So we'll get into that. We'll talk to him in just about over an hour or so. We'll get into a bunch of Red Sox stuff. Man, what's going on with that Fanatics thing? I didn't realize that was a big deal with the jerseys today. Saw something on that, and Wilson Contreras spoke today, and it's starting to tighten up in the infield. We'll have more on the Red Sox throughout the night as well. And Olympic hockey, Team USA will be moving on. They'll take on Team Canada, which I had a chance to watch that Canada game earlier today. Ooh, it got dicey, and also it wasn't great to see Sidney Crosby go off the ice at all. But we are here until 10 o'clock tonight. The phone number 617-779-0985. You can join us on YouTube as well. Last night the YouTube was bumping, but just go to youtube.com, search 98.5 The Sports Hub, and then just click on the show and you can enter the chat. I'm already in there right now. I just joined in there and I see our friends already hanging out, but just go to youtube.com, search 98.5 The Sports Hub. And we're right there. I did want to start tonight just with the Patriots and their stability. The other night we mentioned Ashton Grant was back, which is good for Drake May's development. But last night the Patriots removed the interim tag off of Zach Kerr. They've officially promoted Kerr to defensive coordinator. He's 37 years old. He impressed calling plays this season, while Terrell Williams, of course, was battling cancer. Williams is now healthy. He's going to get a high-ranking position now. I don't know if it's assistant head coach or whatever it is, but he'll get a high-ranking position, and now Zach Kerr will take over as the defensive coordinator. He'll be full-time now on the staff. They'll promote Vinny De Palma as well. He'll be the new linebackers coach. But just looking at the team, a Super Bowl team, getting Josh McDaniels and Ashton Grant back would be huge for the offense. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with Thomas Brown. He's interviewed for a couple of head coaching jobs, and I think his best interest would be to come back. I think Terrell Williams can help out, whether it's an assistant role. He was a great defensive line coach. I do think, in a way, there should be some feelings or discussion of, man, I think he really wanted to be the defensive coordinator here. Like, I think Carlton Davis came to New England because of his relationship with Vrabel, but also his relationship with Terrell Williams. So I just, now you look at that, though, he's going to be promoted, and Zach Kerr will be here. They are adding another coach to their staff, or running backs coach named B.J. Edmond. They lost an assistant offensive line coach, but for the most part, successful teams get pillaged, right? Over the years, when you look back at Bill Belichick's run, they took all the coordinators. Romeo Crennel was a head coach. Charlie Weiss was a head coach. You even saw... later on in the years, Matt Patricia became a head coach. I'm trying to think of the guy's name for the Jets that left in the whole tailgate. But Mangini, he was a guy who left. So many guys went on for jobs, whether it was head coaching or being offensive coordinators elsewhere. It just was a thing. I know when we look back at the Belichick tree, it wasn't great. But if you look at the Super Bowl, there's no way you could look at Mike Vrabel, who I know isn't a part of the tree. But you can't look at Josh McDaniels and be like, Belichick wasn't a part of that. It had a lot of vibes this year when it came to, the old days and the way that they were coached with Mike Vrabel this year. And there's a story behind Zach Kerr. He was a linebackers coach, but he was coaching offense in the past. Like, he was kind of thrown into the mix this year. Hey, you're going to call the plays. Okay. And I think one reason why Ashton Grant didn't take the job with the Raiders was because Clint Kubiak's the head coach. Is Ashton Grant really going to be the guy that's designing the offenses week in and week out? Or would it be Kubiak? Well, I think you could say the same thing, when it comes to staying here. Now, he's going to have a big part of Drake May's development. He's going to have a big part of the game plan. So staying with Drake May is better than being the offensive coordinator. And I'm sure the money factored into that. But with Zach Kerr, he didn't know this was going to happen. He didn't know that he would just be called upon. Again, a former offensive coach. Now is the defensive coordinator of the Patriots. Does that sound familiar to some people? Because that's exactly what's happened here. But just looking at last year's team, I was critical of the defense at times. I was critical that Mike Vrabel wasn't getting more involved. And I would actually use the fact that the team was without its defensive coordinator in Terrell Williams. I would say, they were adjusting. But as the year went on and as things continued, and especially in the playoffs, the offense regressed while the defense got better. No, make no mistake about it. The guys that were really a big part of what turned the defense around this year was Milton Williams and Christian Gonzalez being healthy. I mean, there was a time when you looked at it, Barmore, Gonzalez, and Milton weren't on the same field at the same time. It took weeks for that to happen. When the three of them finally came together, they couldn't lose, and they had one of the best, rushing defenses in football. I know that changed on Super Bowl Sunday. I think everything changed on Super Bowl Sunday. It wasn't the team that we saw all year long, but I do think it helps a team that is trying to continue to build their program, trying to keep consistency, and trying to just keep what's working together. So the fact that, Zach Kerr is going to be the defensive coordinator, they did interview other people. They had to satisfy the Rooney Rule. They did announce some of the other guys that were in here. Jim Schwartz could have been a name. I know that he's still under control with Cleveland, but Mike Vrabel was with him. I know definitely the guy's got an ego, make no mistake about it, but that guy knows how to call defenses and had one of the best defenses in football for Cleveland last year. But they stuck with a guy that they can groom, a guy that they can train, and really what I think is it shows that Mike Vrabel will still have his hands on the defense. But I like the fact that the Patriots have assistant coaches sticking together. It was one of the big strong suits we said all year long. Just all the coaches that they brought in, a lot of them were former head coaches, starting with McDaniel, Doug Marrone on their offensive line. Thomas Brown was an interim coach with Chicago the year before that. Todd Downing saw time. Right? There are a lot of guys that were here that had high-profile jobs that settled in New England, and it looks like they're going to be back next season. But the team did have success with Kerr as the defensive play caller. I think it would have been awkward for him to take a demotion. I also think it would have been awkward for Williams, or to ask Williams, to go back to being, hey, you know what, this Zach Kerr guy, go back to the D-line. This allows Williams to continue to have an impact on the team. Maybe acquire players because they like him. I think it will impact maybe even some of the decision-making while Kerr continues to run the defense. I think it's a good thing for the Patriots. So they're sticking it together and keeping it in place when it comes to the Patriots offense and defense. Just think of the last couple of years. How's it been? There were different offensive coordinators every year. Right? Remember DeMarcus Covington was a defensive coach? He's now going for a defensive coordinator job. It's just interesting how over the years those positions always seem to move around quickly. But with the Patriots, they kept it together. We'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. I wanted to get into more on Zach Kerr in his journey. Also, the top 101 best players of 2025 have been announced from PFF. Interesting on where some of the Patriots ended on that. And what would an extension look like for Christian Gonzalez, who is up for an extension this year? Could make him the highest paid defensive back in the NFL. And is there one player who could use a change of scenery on the New England Patriots? Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. I see you guys on our YouTube as well. I know some people are already dropping Joe the Man Murray. Appreciate that. And we got so many other things to talk about. We'll have fun later on in the show as well. I'm Joe Murray. We got Skaz here. Street Team Joe. I see Jake back there as well. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Back in on 98. I already got people being like, hey, Joe, can we do more of what you did last night? Well, we'll maybe after 7:30 we'll talk about what happened last night. A lot of fun here. I see Colin back there. He was catching strays by Greeny on Barstool. I saw that. So Colin getting his first mix there on social media. You don't want to go down the Greeny hole, bro. He'll put you in the Greeny hole. He already told me this year doesn't matter, so can't wait to talk to him hopefully tomorrow night. That should be fun. We're talking about linebackers coach Zach Kerr, officially hired as the full-time Patriots defensive coordinator. I mean, I could talk to you about team bobsled sleds being made in USA, but I do think that it's important that the Patriots have their coaching staff back from a team that went to the Super Bowl that is still rebuilding, that is still trying to, grow their program. I think consistency is very, very good. Very good. And there were some things I liked about Kerr this year that, again, was it Vrabel? Was it Kerr? All I know is I saw a lot more blitzing this year, whether it was from the outside, whether it was from corner, safety, you name it. There was a different look this year. They were more aggressive. They were aggressive defensively. And realistically, the other thing, too, is after halftimes, they would dominate teams. They'd go to the locker room. They would be the team that make the adjustment and win. Now, the one game that really stands out is that Buffalo game where they gave up 5 straight touchdowns. They had no answer for that. That was somewhat of a meltdown. But I can't sit here and tell you, the defense wasn't great early on. I don't know what the final number was, but they gave up first drive points in, 13 games this year? I'll get you the accurate, but it definitely happened over 10 times. That's not good. But they always adjusted. And again, I gave the comparison of Ashton Grant going to the Raiders. Would he take that job and just Clint Kubiak would call the plays? I do think Zach Kerr is getting a pay bump, getting a lead, Bill Belichick wouldn't give anybody the damn title. They removed it. They gave the guy the title. He's going to get his money, and Terrell Williams is going to get paid and has another position. I think that's good. I think that's very good. So, after all the success, as we mentioned, Kerr will be the defensive play caller this year. He was an offensive coordinator in 2017 at Texas State, which now, if you watch it, Texas State's a flamethrowing program. They run a high-tempo offense. He joined Mike Vrabel's staff in Tennessee as a low-level assistant, and it was at the urging of John Stryker, who's, of course, Mike Vrabel's right-hand man. He was once roommates with Zach Kerr. In 2025, Kerr was simply expected to coach inside linebackers for Vrabel. It already seemed like a big promotion for him. His first time leading an NFL position group. Instead, he ended up running a defense that propelled the Patriots to the Super Bowl. And now he is the full-time defensive coordinator for the Patriots. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. Skaz, may I ask you, sir, am I making too big of a deal or am I showing too much of an emphasis on the coaching staff staying together, both offensively with Drake May, which I do think is more important? But the fact defensively they gave Terrell Williams a high-ranking position, and now they're going to move Zach Kerr to a defensive position, get a pay bump, and actually give him the title. I think keeping this coaching staff together is good for a building program.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good thing. I don't know how you could, view it any differently, but for me, it's more about the talent. It's always about the players. I think the coaching staff did a phenomenal job this year. I don't know how you could have gotten more out of the talent they had than they did this year. So, obviously that's a good sign for the coaching staff. That's the coaching staff you want to keep together. But you got to the Super Bowl with, an easier schedule and not the most talented roster. And now this offseason should be about, getting over that hump and building a legitimate Super Bowl, champion type team. And I think having this coaching staff in place who's proven they can do more with less. That's a good thing for the Patriots going forward.
Yeah, we got somebody in chat. I don't know if it's important or not. I mean, don't get me wrong. You mentioned the talents, Gaz. Could somebody want to? Let's think of it. Okay, let's use free agent. Let's just say Trey Hendrickson's a free agent. Does he want to come to New England to play for Mike Vrabel or play for Zach Kerr?
I think it's still Vrabel.
Me too.
It's like Belichick, you know?
Exactly. I'm glad he got the title, though. Because Bill would have been like, nah, man, you're a lowly inside linebacker calling plays. That's what you are. That's what, that did happen, just so you know, Skaz. He used to do that. Remember Matt Patricia didn't have a title for a long time?
No, and then you had to give him the title of offensive coordinator.
Well, remember when that was when he used that. Wait, that's.
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Well, they had to do. Well, yeah, yes. Bad example. Dean Pease, right?
Dean Pease. Who could forget?
Matt Patricia, bad example on that one. Remember, I always bring this up, but how could we ever forget Greg Schiano?
Of course, Rutgers legend.
He was the defensive coordinator, and then Michael Bennett was like, nah, man.
Out on this guy. This guy stinks.
And then he went and became the head coach of Rutgers. That he didn't even coach a game. That could be funny to go back in history and look at, because
Brett Bielema, right? He was here.
Yeah, Brett Bielema. He's is he still in Arkansas?
I don't know.
No, he's at Illinois. They got a good team. No, I'm just thinking of defensive coordinators, because was last year, 2 years ago, was it Covington? But it was supposed to be Gerard Mayo calling the plays, right? Was that what it was? Who was before him? Belichick? Who was the defensive coordinator of Belichick's last year? Why am I blanking on this? Wow, because I know Patricia went to. Now I got to do some research on that. But I'm sure there's a long, long history of defensive coordinators for the Patriots. A couple other things I saw here. PFF came up with their top.
Was it DeMarcus Covington?
Well, no, but after him. No, who was before him?
Before him was, I don't know.
Because think about it. Mayo had Covington. He was the D-line coach for Belichick. So I can't remember who it was. I'm like, for some reason, wouldn't you think we would? Oh, Steve Belichick.
There you go.
Oh my God, what happened there?
Stevie.
How did that slip our minds?
Yeah, how can we forget the faces on the sidelines?
Yeah, the tongue movement. Wow, Steve Belichick. Where's he now? Is he at North Carolina now? I can't. Yeah, he's at North Carolina. He's there. Calling defenses for them. Top 100 best players from the 2025 season. And, let's just say Justin Herbert was 99. Got an MVP vote, everybody. Remember Derrick Henry? He was 98. Coming in at 95, Christian Gonzalez of the New England Patriots. After a slow start, Gonzalez finished the season strong, highlighted by an 86.8 PFF coverage grade in the Super Bowl. Overall, Gonzalez ranked 11th among 109 qualifying corners this year. He allowed a passer rating of 57 when targeted, which ranked 4th at the position. I'm sorry, but I'm not even wearing that. If I was in some other market and I read that Christian Gonzalez was the 95th best player in football, I'd push back on that a little bit. Look what their defense did when he returned. They lost the games he didn't play. So I just didn't like that, and I'll continue to keep going through this list. But what could an extension for Christian Gonzalez look like? 5 years, $160 million, 80 guaranteed, $32 million per year? Because that's the rate right now. That's the growing rate. Patrick Surtain, Singletary, that's what they're getting. It would make him the highest paid defensive back in the NFL this year. Are the Patriots willing to go there? And as I told you last night, They have not given an extension to a first-round pick out of 11 of their last 14 drafts. Only one player has gotten an extension after their rookie deal, and that's Dante Hightower. Let that sink in and marinate for a little bit. I just gave you 5, 160, 32 million a year. They have to pay him. They have to pay him for all the others that they didn't pay. That is completely unacceptable. Also, there was a story out there. I forget who wrote it. I'll pull it up. But they went to every team in the NFL this year. And they did a write-up of one player who could use a change of scenery on every team in the league. And when they came over to the Patriots, the one player who could use a change of scenery, Christian Barmore. They're paying a lot of money on that defensive line. Barmore, of course, very good player. Did miss the season with a health issue. Also have some off-field issues as well. It's funny because when Steph Diggs had his issues, it was a little bit of a different press release than when Christian Barmore's came out. I would like to keep Milton Williams and Christian Barmore together. To me, that's good. This guy's mentioned the players when it comes to being a defensive coordinator. Having two really good defensive tackles is good. It's very good. But could he use a change of scenery? That's one of the names listed for the Patriots. All right, we'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. The Red Sox, they continue their workouts. They're all working out. And one guy is using a different strategy to bond with his pitchers. We'll tell you who that is coming up here on the other side. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. That whole thing happened not on YouTube. The guy who wanted me to shout out his daughter.
Only on the Joe Show.
You know, can't win them all.
So the guy who corrected me doesn't get the credit.
No.
And the whole John Henry discussion. I guess it's not the John Henry.
Yeah. Nope. Can't be.
If you downloaded the app 98.5 The Sports Hub, you would have heard it.
That is true. So everybody in YouTube who missed all that, especially John Henry, go back to the YouTube. And I wished your daughter Aaliyah a happy birthday.
Yeah, it's like a little secret.
Cool. It's that cool. Come on. It's cool. Everyone calls him Zach. I heard people call him Zach Kerr today. They're like Marchand. Speaking of Marchand, just to bring it up quickly. I don't think I ever liked Mitch Marner. Right? Is that because like the Bruins and was it a family? No, it was South Park, right? That Mitch Marner. Cartman?
Mitch Connors.
Whatever. It sounds like Mitch Marner. The names tonight, forget it. What is going on?
Mitch. You had Mitch, right?
Mitch Marner. I brought Joe.
Mitch Connors.
I brought Joe Funyuns again, and he's really happy about it. But, dude, Joe, it's 6:43. It's the first time you've been able to address me with Funyuns today. You did get us dinner, I guess, last night. I ate that sandwich on the way home. It was fantastic, by the way, just to let everybody know. What were we going to talk about? Oh, the Red Sox did. Skaz, you'll appreciate this story.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Carlos Narvaez, you know him, right?
The captain.
El Capitan. He sat down with Lou Merlone.
Oh, this had to be real tough investigative journalism here.
Well, Lou got the chance to sit with him at the park under shade. And basically Carlos Narvaez, they asked him, how are you communicating with the Red Sox pitchers this offseason? What activity do you think he's doing?
Oh, they used to golf. Are they still golfing?
He said he's picked up golf and he's been riding with every pitcher.
There we go.
So he'll share like they'll all go out in
They
carts.
got little carts, yeah.
So he'll sit with one guy and talk to them.
Little musical chairs.
Exactly. But he said that's how he's, learning about. How much can you really learn about a guy golfing with him?
Oh, Joe, lots. A lot of, time out there in nature,
There is
long walks. Couple cigars, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. El Capitan's bringing the guitar, the cigars, no doubt.
See who else was golfing today?
Who's that?
It was Jason Tatum and LeBron James. Playing a little golf today. He's getting back out there.
Do you think he's talking to him about, all right, man, when you did the decision?
Who catered? Who catered the decision, do you think?
No, but how do I pay off this quiet game that we're doing?
Where's Jim Gray? What's Jim Gray up to these days?
JT?
Jason?
LeBron?
You know Jalen? I know Jalen.
And we knew Kobe. And we all had dinner. LeBron and JT, huh?
I believe I saw that little golf today. A fundraiser, I
Who do
believe.
you think wins that one? I bet LeBron.
I think LeBron is more recent to the golf game. I think Tatum's been playing a little longer. He's younger. LeBron's going to have a lot of free time on his hands, so.
I know we were going to do this later, right? But we did this tonight on Nesson, so I figured I'd just spoil it now. If we weren't in Boston, let's just say this was Giannis doing a quick recovery or whatever, we'd be crapping all over it, right?
Probably. I mean, we crap on most things, Joe.
But we're celebrating the 5-part series for Jason Tatum.
I mean, are we celebrating it, or do we just not really care that much? Is that okay to not care that much?
It's okay to care. I just think
I can't imagine getting worked up about it. I'll say that.
I think it's created drama.
Has it, though? Manufactured drama.
Yeah,
I would agree
damn
with.
right. It's definitely manufactured, no
But
doubt about it.
real drama, I don't think so. I can't really imagine.
Yeah, I think they're just doing a documentary on his recovery. And
Yes,
that's it.
Seems pretty straightforward to me.
Now it looks like he's got a deal with NBC, and it's the return date, and because there is a little. You're right. It's all manufactured. So is it really? Yes, it is, because everybody needs drama. There's nothing going on right now. So now it's, if this was in another market, how would we feel about it? I would crap on it. If Joel Embiid did a thing on, returning from injury.
Well, which time? You'd have to pick.
That's right. How about Jokic?
Jokic, I'd like that. Him, riding around with the horses and stuff, during the recovery.
Can he ride a horse during recovery?
Well, he does like the carriage. He rides in the carriage behind the horse. That's his thing. Which, good for him. In on that.
Does he not like Taco Bell because he was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial? Is that true?
I don't know. I know he hadn't had the item. I think it was a quesarito or something that was broadcast when he was drafted in the second round. I think he recently tried it for the first time. That's the only content I've seen Jokic and Taco Bell related.
What are you looking forward to?
I've just seen on Twitter a lot of people have asked why this Tatum documentary has gotten so much light, because he's such a great player and it makes sense to document him coming back from this horrific injury that he's had. I just can't wait for the Tyrese Halliburton documentary, the Damian Lillard documentary, because he was at the All-Star game too, by the way. We're going to have Kyrie Irving. Now, his injury might be worse because he said he's not coming back this year, and he had surgery last March. So I'm looking forward to seeing all these documentaries and being able to really understand this injury and how it affected players in different ways, Joe. Because that's what it is, right? It's just about the rehab process and the injury. So that means all these star players are going to get their own. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton has a crazy story happening in Game 7 of the Finals.
True. Great story.
Great start to a documentary.
Teams tanking now. And
yes.
We know about tanking in the NBA is an issue.
A lot of
juicy stuff there in that documentary. I can't wait for that sit down.
You know what? I'm in. Give me the drama, baby.
I need a sniffer for that one, Joe.
Justin's in Lynn. Justin.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
I have a thought on the Olympic hockey. What a game. What a game today between USA and Sweden. And I got to tell you something else, Joe. I think it's outrageous that Clifton Gonzalez is 95th on that list, because he should be higher than that.
He should. I agree. 95? I feel like they were better than that. I would say like maybe 30, 45, 35 maybe. Somewhere in that area. We'll do some hockey talk. The Olympics, everybody was watching today. And they were both good games in overtime. We'll have the highlights for you next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
during the day. Because guys, when I was a kid, we used to have whenever guys I knew played hockey growing up, they had to go to the rinks early because you have to go before school. Also, there's rink time that's bought or whatever. So I know that a lot of hockey players like going early or practicing early and all that stuff. I played basketball, so a lot of my friends who played hockey, they'd be at the rink by like 4:30, and then I would meet them and we'd shoot basketball before school, which was cool. But watching hockey during the day, I'm kind of in on it. Like, I was watching that Canada game. I was in. When Crosby left, I went, oh, boy, how are they going to handle this? Like, David Pasternak's involved, and here we go now. Little pressure on Team Canada. What's going to happen? And it went into the overtime, and there was just this little chance that Canada could lose. And it locked me in. I was locked in. And I think this is where some people who love the Olympic sport, this is where they get at. So I love World Cup. The World Cup, not always the favorite win. It's just the same thing. But Canada going down would be huge, right? That'd be big, big, big stuff. Well, Team USA gets into it today. They had the 1-0 lead. It was tight. They won the game in overtime. So the two will meet, on pace to meet. I believe on Sunday. There's a couple more games, right? So semifinals right now, but in on the Olympic hockey. And I just, where did I just see this? I'm going to pull it up, but I saw the rest of the schedule, and I know I talked about the times. Let me just see this real quick. So Friday will be Canada-Finland, 10:40 in the morning. And then USA-Slovakia will be at 3:10. The gold medal game will be Sunday at 8:10. I'm not getting up for that, am I? I mean, I get up for London football. You know what? Why do I complain about this? I'm going to watch the game. Skaz, you're going to wake up on Sunday and let the dogs out, and you're going to watch the game. Because this is what we do. If they said the game was at 4:45 in the morning, we're getting up at 4:45 in the morning. I will tell you right now, when I first covered sports, my first internship, Joe, you got to go cover the Red Sox game in Japan at whatever time it was. 6:10 was the first pitch. Damn it, I was ready to go at 6:10. I'm in on this day hockey. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. In on day hockey. You know what else? I think a lot of people would love it if the Bruins played during the day, maybe from 2 to 6. What do you think, Skaz? Put the Bruins on at 2 to 6, and then we would be on right after the game?
I don't know. Sometimes I like those West Coast games, Joe, a little 9:30 start.
Well, the Celtics are going to be the 9:30 start this week. So you're gonna
Thursday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, you're out a little early.
Well, 9:30.
Does that mean I'm here late?
Well, Joe.
What's it say on the schedule up there?
That's a great question.
We're trying to groom Joe Ariano to do it all by himself. Maybe we'll just be like, yeah, we're here, guys, but Joe's doing it all. You could host the show, Joe, and run the board. What do you think? 4 hours of Joe.
It appears that Kendra Middleton will be doing the Celtics.
Oh, Kendra will be. So we get to leave at 9:30.
I believe so, Joe. If the schedule is correct. If I was looking at the correct date.
Oh, my God. This is good. Oh, the night just got better. The night just got better.
2:19, that is what the schedule says, Joe.
Early night. That's still a full show. Who are we kidding? We got hour 2 of the show coming up after this. We're going to talk to John Karalis from Sports Illustrated. He wants to talk. Well, he wrote an article about JT and JB. But the Celtics, are they a top 5 team entering the second half? We'll get into all that coming up after the headline. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
From the Town Fair Tiger Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. Touchdown! The flagship station of the Patriots, Bruins, the Celtics. WBCFM and HD Boston 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station celebrating 65 years of broadcasting. Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Hockey! It was good today. Overtime wins by Canada, who will now take on Finland Friday at 10:40. And then USA with another overtime win today over Sweden. 2-1. They'll take on Slovakia Friday at 3:10. The gold medal game. Sunday, 8:10 a.m. Also, this year's Olympic Final Four, USA, Canada, Slovakia, and Finland. The same countries as the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. That wasn't the year the Bruins won the championship, was it? Oh, no, it was the year that they blew the 3-0 lead with Tuukka and net, and then they lost 4. That's right. Now I remember. Headlines, they are brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. We all love the word free, so does Awaken 180. Medication free, side effect free, free support for life free. Awaken 180 weightloss.com. I'm Joe Murray. Your next update soon.
The Sports Hub. 3 legendary franchises on one legendary radio station. It's the Sports Hub.
Back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Talk to John Karalis coming up in about 15 minutes or so. He's been he moved from BSJ to SI. And we're going to have him on tonight here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. You can call in 617-779-0985. And we're on YouTube as well. I see a bunch of people. Oh, John Henry, he loves the 3-on-3 overtime. Thank you. Thank you, boss. RS New England Sports loves Olympic hockey. Joe, I can't get up at 8 a.m. on a Sunday. You guys are built different. I'm telling you, you're going to wake up. I'll never forget that day when they're like, hey, Joe, do you think you can do that Red Sox game at 6:10 from Japan? I wasn't in Japan. I was in Marina Bay and Quincy, but I said, sure, whatever you guys want. Because that's what you got to do in this business, Street Team Joe. If they want you there at 6:10 a.m., you better be there. They want you to go here and there and there. You go there. You don't say no. Whenever somebody asks me, hey, how do I get in the business? You know what I say? Don't. But no, what I tell them is say yes to everything. Which, when I do a job interview and someone says, what is one thing that you think you could be better at? I always say, I wish I could say no. Which is a true story. Joe, imagine football games starting at 10 a.m. Well, I don't have to worry about that. Well, the London games, though. I sent this to you in Slack, Scaz, if you could take a look at it. But yesterday, our man, Stephen A. Smith, he ranked his top 5 NBA title contenders. And before we hear that, I'll just give you the standings. This is, again, there's 28 games to go, less than 30 games to go this year. But if you look at the standings in the Eastern Conference, it is the Pistons, Celtics, New York Knicks, Cavs, Raptors. That's your top 5. Okay, since we're going top 5 for Street Team Joe. In the Western Conference, it's the Thunder, Spurs, Denver Nuggets, Houston Rockets, Lakers. That's 10 teams. Where do the Celtics? Do the Celtics fit into Stephen A's top 5? Let's find out.
The ball. He's the point guard. When you consider what he brings to the table, you got to give love where it's due. I got OKC, I got Detroit, I got New York, I got Denver, I got Cleveland, Boston, San Antonio, and Minnesota are my 3 teams on the outside looking right in. That's what you got.
Boston, 6. I think it's fair. I told you, they're in the top 5 in the East. Add them up of those teams. I think Detroit's legit, and I think they've been the best Eastern Conference team all year. I didn't agree Cleveland, though, unless they think James Harden's going to turn the Cleveland Cavaliers into LeBron.
I think he's a better fit than, what they were trying to do with Garland. I'm still, obviously James Harden is what he is at this point in his career. He's still an elite scorer, but his playoff performances and effort at times are certainly questionable, to say the least. The Cavs, they have the roster. I mean, you meant, Mobley, Allen, Mitchell, like they certainly have the talent. Dean Wade has been, a good player for them this year.
Dean Wade.
He has. He's been good defensively as well. But yeah, so I would certainly have, Detroit at the top of the East, though, for me. They are 1, the Knicks are 2. And then I think it's kind of a fall off.
And then I'd say what? Thunder. See, to me, Skaz, realistically, I go Pistons, Thunder, or Thunder,
Pistons, yeah.
Spurs, Denver.
Yeah, the Knicks at 3 is a little strong from Stephen A. there, but that's his bias showing, Even Stephen A. is human and puts his bias in there.
Where's the New York Knicks rank for you?
I think they're 3rd in the East.
Right now they are.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just don't know what they look like in a playoff series. I still question. I know, they were great last year, but new coach, their bench, there's still some question marks there. But Brunson is, unbelievable. And, this is a year for them to get to the finals. The East has not been, this down in quite some time. It's them and the Pistons at the top. And then I think there is kind of a fall off after that.
So now, does Jason Tatum move the needle 80%? Let's just call it 80%. Does he has the Celtics right now on the outside?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what does Jason Tatum look like when he returns? I think that's still the big question. How many minutes is he playing? He's not going to play back-to-backs. Like, a playoff series, you're not going to have back-to-backs. That should be an advantage for them. They're going to be in the playoffs. They should be hosting home playoff games, at least in the first round. Like, all of those things are good for the Celtics and good for Jason Tatum, but the Celtics should not put themselves in a position where they're relying on Jason Tatum this year. I think that's part of the fear, with him coming back is you don't want him to come back and, expect 40 minutes a night and 35, 10 and 8 or, whatever he was doing against Indiana in the playoffs. So I don't think that's fair to Tatum or to the Celtics. So I think that's still one of the questions I have to figure out.
No, when's the next Green Teamers podcast?
The Celtics-Lakers play on Sunday. We will be live post-game. Me and hopefully Jake Seymour. We'll see. Jake is working, so we'll see. We're trying to figure it out.
Oh, that's right. Jake's big-time Jake now.
Yeah, he's always big-time Jake.
Prime-time Sunday Jake.
Prime time.
So he's going to be on 2 to 6?
I believe that is correct.
Who's he going to be on with?
Let's see. We're going to the schedule often tonight.
Maybe just Jake by himself? Throw Jake in the chair all by himself all night long?
Marathon Matt McCarthy will be with him.
Matt and Jake. Matt Seymour.
Jake McCarthy.
Jake McCarthy. All right. I got a question about we were just talking about the documentary and all that. What if? Can we play What If? Is that
please?
Okay?
Yeah, no, my favorite.
What if Jason Tatum doesn't return this year? What will be the
Something has gone wrong, I think. That is my opinion. But from everything we know about Jason Tatum and his return and how hard he's worked and all these things being around the team, in February when he has been, like, I think something has gone wrong if Jason Tatum does not return this year. Maybe that's too strong, but it seems like all signs indicate to him returning this year.
Oh, I think it would be fraudy.
But if there's like a setback or something, then
yeah. And again, I originally said sit him out all year, anyways.
Yeah, you wanted Jalen to sit this year.
I thought it would have been great. Hey, you want to talk about tanking?
Well, Joe, they would have had to bench Jalen, Derek White. They might have had to bench Luka Garza to compete with some of the benching in the NBA this year.
So it's funny. We'll talk to. I want to ask John Carales the story. But for those who don't know, Adam Silver supposedly saved the All-Star game this year.
No.
Well, it was better.
He's going to pat himself on the back, Joe.
He did, remember? Because Jason Tatum patted himself on the back, too. Don't forget that. But they now are trying to find ways to change the draft. And to me, even thinking about not having a draft or just bringing in free agents or whatever, I hate that idea. And listen, I don't love the ping pong balls.
Yeah, very not tampered with the ping pong balls.
Let me ask you this.
Very legitimate.
Is there you ever remember in school when you did something well, they put everybody's name on the board, but that you would get a sticker for
A gold star or something.
You'd get a sticker, but at the end you would see who had the most stickers. And
maybe you'd get extra recess.
So
or something.
why not pull balls and add balls? Like, for example,
it's a lot of balls, Joe.
But what I'm trying to say is the Celtics got under the luxury tax.
So they get a ball for that.
They get more balls than the lottery.
Out on that.
Or the Phoenix Suns get caught tampering. They lose balls. We think you tanked the game tonight. Or who was it who had who tampered recently?
Utah. They benched their two best players the entire second half.
Players. You guys lose 10,000 balls.
It's a lot of balls. It's a lot of math.
I'm just trying to say, though, how else can we make the damn thing even? Because it's not.
What about the blind date? Have you heard of this idea where they set a blind date throughout the season that they don't tell the teams this is when the standings for the draft will lock? Whether it's January 1st, December 30th, February, middle of February, but then teams don't know when that tanking date, when the draft lottery odds will lock in. So there is no way for them to really, throw the end of their season. That's one I've seen thrown around, the blind date. So you're out on that.
Out. Let me give you an example. Kyrie Irving today, done for the season.
Yes.
I get the Mavericks suck.
They do.
So he's not going to play this year because they suck.
Yep.
But if they were good, would Kyrie be coming back this year?
I think he'd at least be trying to, Joe.
Because he got injured 2 months before Jason Tatum.
He did.
So Lillard not playing this year. What's Portland? Are they? Well, they're kind of not tanking.
Yeah.
And then you got the tank from, Dallas. They could get the number 1 pick again.
It's got to be Dallas.
Imagine Cooper Flag and AJ DeBonta.
No.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's got to be a way to figure out the balls. Take some, add some, remove some, liquidate some.
It's a lot of rearranging.
Trade some.
Now you're trading balls, Joe?
That could be good. Instead of trading, yes. Hey, we're going to send you Xavier Tillman.
And 38 balls.
And 38 lottery balls.
The memes would go crazy if guys started getting traded for balls.
Oh, yes, I would love that.
Imagine being the first player traded for balls.
Yes. Who's that stiff that was on the bench? Chris Boucher.
Yes.
Chris Boucher sent to Memphis today for 40 ping pong balls.
That's tough. That's tough to have on the resume there.
I would take the balls.
That's a drop.
I think this is an excellent idea.
I'm interested to see if John Karalis has thoughts on such idea.
Talk to him. He actually played professional basketball. What do I know? So we'll take a break. John Karalis on the NBA, the Celtics, and more. We'll talk to him next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on
has gotten everybody going tonight. We were talking about, ping pong balls and the drama of Jason Tatum, or is it drama? And one man who has written about that this week. That's why I wanted to have him on tonight. He's John Karalis now of SportsIllustratedSI.com. John, welcome to the Night Show. How are you tonight, bud?
I'm great. How you doing, man?
There's a lot of basketball stuff going on. Before we get into the Celtics, I watched All-Star Weekend. Overall, I did enjoy the All-Star game, the way that it was set up, and I liked the ending. I know the last game was a little bit of a dud, but overall, I enjoyed it. So I read an article today that said Adam Silver has saved the All-Star game. Now can he save the draft? And I don't know. Do you think he really saved the All-Star game?
Well, I think it's better than what it was. It's never going to be what it used to be, right? And that's going to be, I think, part of the problem. People want it to be something that it's not. But it's been the past 2 years. I thought last year's basketball was good too. I thought the TNT broadcast was awful, some self-congratulatory stuff. But the basketball has been good for those two, the past two. So I like it. I think it's fine. Saved? I don't know. I guess. Sure.
Yeah, we were having some fun with it. So again, we're talk radio. I'm trying not to make it dramatic, but when it comes to the number one overall pick, I know there's a lot of stuff floated out there. Have a free agency, right?
I don't like any of it.
Skaz was just talking about the blind date. You send a blind date in there, and that's where you end up. I think they should remove ping pong balls or add ping pong balls based off penalties or whatever. Is there a way to figure that thing out, or will it always be the ping pong ball process?
No, I think. Look, as long as the system is designed to make the worst teams kind of better, then you're going to have some level of tanking. You can make it less egregious. I think one of the things that needs to happen is probably take protections off of the picks that you trade, because the Utah Jazz, they're not tanking to be bad. They're tanking to keep their pick. And that's what the Sixers did last year. So there's a race to the bottom, but there's also a race to keep a top 8 protected pick and a top 10 protected pick. And you have like these 3 or 4 different layers of tanking that makes things worse. I think people can accept that Washington's not trying to be good. I think people can accept that you're trying to go for those 4 picks that are going to be transformative. Get rid of the protections, make it something different as far as, how you execute trades. Maybe it just changes how you add picks to trades, but that is adding to the tanking thing. I think we have to accept some of it, but we can get rid of some of the other stuff.
Yeah, and just like Kyrie Irving today announces he's out for the year, injured just 2 months before Jason Tatum. I get why they're tanking. I get it. But, how do you control this? I just don't know how the NBA could really get involved in it. I know they've already fined Utah, but they don't care either, right? They got a protected pick.
Yeah, look, there's just gonna be some of it that you have to understand. And honestly, I don't care about some of this tanking. I really don't, because it doesn't concern me. There are people who are being bothered by it that they're not fans of the Mavericks. They're not fans of the Jazz. The people who are fans of those teams understand what's happening. And I'd say mostly they're okay with it. And fans of the teams that they play are fine with it, because it's there's your automatic wins. You play Dallas, if that's a win. You play Utah, that's generally a win. So that's also good. Maybe OKC isn't happy because they want that draft pick, which is rich. But I think there's just a lot of high level consternation over tanking that doesn't involve the people. It's kind of like this almost academic kind of objection to it. It's overblown. I think some of it's disingenuous, because OKC has tanked in the past, and now Sam Presti is a genius, and they're the best front office in the NBA. So once it works for whatever team it works for, people celebrate it. So how mad are they really at the tanking?
Good point. We're talking with John Karalis, SI.com. John, we were, Skaz, he does the Green Teamers podcast, big Celtics guys, and of course we're the flagship of the Celtics, so we do a lot of post-game stuff, but you had your article, SI.com, the Jaylen Brown versus Jason Tatum thing has to stop once and for all. Now, again, Skaz and I, we're all for those two guys being together. We know they're behind the scenes, they're great friends, et cetera, et cetera. I know some other people want to create a narrative, but tell us why it needs to stop, what you're hearing, and what made you write this thing.
Well, it's the people who just want to take everything Jaylen does and frame it as, well, he's taking a shot at Jason Tatum. You know, it was born from the tweet that came from an NBC Sports Boston graphic. And he was like, basically saying, hey, look at how good we are compared to last year. And people are like, oh my God, Jason Tatum was on that team last year. He's got to be taking a shot at Jason Tatum. Why isn't anyone saying that he's taking a shot at Al Horford? Because Al Horford got up and left. Why isn't anybody saying he took a shot at Luke Cornett? Because Luke Cornett left the team. No one's saying any of that. No one's saying that he's throwing anything in Kristaps Porzingis' face or Drew Holiday's face. Those guys were on the team last year, but people want to make it a Jason Tatum thing. Why? That's, to me, that talking about things that are disingenuous, that's just the tired old trope of, hey, Jaylen did something. How can we make this a thing about Jason Tatum? Hey, Jason said something. How can we make this about him versus Jaylen Brown? It feels so forced. And look, I like being kind of honest, take things at somewhat face value, understanding that there's always like some sort of coded message somewhere in something. But this is tired. It's a tired kind of trope that I'm sick of. These guys, and they're not even like great friends. I don't think they hang out off the floor, but they have a good professional relationship. They don't dislike each other. They like each other. They work together. They're just like any other coworker that you go to work. You're like, hey, buddy, how's it going? You talk all day, and then you go home. You don't think about them anymore. That's all they have to be, and I think that's where they are, and that's enough. Why do people have to make it a big thing and try to force drama where there isn't any? That's the part that bothers me, and you know, it's lazy. It may be the biggest thing. It's just a lazy thing to do, to drum up drama where it doesn't exist. And as a Celtics, writer, podcaster, and all that stuff, I'm the one that hears the aftermath of it, and I got to set it straight.
Well, listen, it's better you than me because, again, I'm lumped in. I'm on after Felger mess. So just remember when, last night they had us catering Jason Tatum's birthday party, right? We went with it. It's funny, but we try to have conversations about, yes, ownership saved money this year. Like, we are applauding them for doing it too. We are. Okay, but isn't it good when you've saved money, but you're also in second or third place? Like, that's a good thing, right?
Yes, because now they're below the first apron. They're below the tax. They have a full mid-level that they can offer this summer. They have a $27.7 million traded player exception that they could use to acquire a player this summer or by the next trade deadline. So they've given themselves, you can say, yes, they've gotten under the tax. They save money. Sure, why not? If you can, I think they're so up in arms. You traded Xavier Tillman, Chris Boucher, and Josh Minott, who were all out of the rotation. Like, if they traded Peyton Pritchard to get under the tax, if they traded Sam Hauser to get under the tax, then absolutely tee off, call them cheap because you traded a rotation guy for money. They traded three guys who were not in the rotation. They've already upgraded one of their two-way guys. We'll see if they upgrade Ron Harper at some point between now and the end of the season. Give him a little bit of an extra chance. Open up a couple two-way spots, which is just good business to see if you got future help in those spots. And then you've got money to spend. You can actually spend money on a free agent this summer, where if you went for it this year and it didn't go great, you don't have the money to spend on a free agent next summer. And I don't think people understand that. The new CBA is complicated and it's boring, and I don't think people want to hear a whole lot about it, but it exists and it means something, and you have to take that into account when you're talking about this stuff. You just can't throw baseball analysis into NBA business.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you said it. Like you kind of get the fall of it all. We do too. So we can at least agree on that one. But I was just talking to Skaz about this one about the Jason Tatum documentary. I'm fine with it. If this was like Giannis or someone else in a different market, I'd probably crap on it. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I would. But I do think that the Jason Tatum and the face of the league and his comeback and all that, like, there is money to be made, right? There is a storyline here. But I think this has created the drama, right? The Patriots aren't playing. The Olympics are ongoing. The Celtics have been off. So, the lazy radio hosts in this town, that's exactly what they're doing, right? They're creating the drama about it.
I don't understand what the big deal is. Like, okay, he's doing it. And so someone had a camera on during his rehab. Didn't affect his rehab. Do I care much about it? No. I'll watch it just because I am curious to see some of the stuff that he went through, even just for informational purposes, just to kind of see how the rehab went and what he was going through. If you don't like it, don't watch it. It's a pretty simple concept. You don't like it, you don't have to sit there and make this big. It's like a very 2026 social media thing. You can't just not like something. You got to make a big grand display about you not liking something and make it all about you. Like, I don't care. Who cares? You say you don't care about the documentary? Great. Don't watch it. Who cares? Some people are going to. I posted a story about it on SI and people consumed it. People wanted to see it. People are actually responding to it. So people do want to see some of that stuff. And hey, if you're going to go through the rehab anyway, and NBC is going to pay you the money, then sure, why not? And it's not just Jason getting the money. There are people behind the scenes that shoot that stuff, that people that I know, they're going to get some of that money, that actually work hard for that money. So it's not about Jason being the multimillionaire getting paid for this. It's also the guys that are filming that stuff, that are editing it, putting in the hard work, trying to make a name for themselves. Those guys are getting paid for this stuff too. And so that to me is meaningful.
Oh yeah, I'm interested. I just think people want to say, is this the decision part too, or whatever?
Like, why do people care so much? I know why, because there's no reward for being reasonable in a format like this. Like, and this is why I'm just kind of on the outside of it. Like, you can't just be reasonable and be like, yeah, no, it's okay. If you don't like it, don't watch it. It's just a reasonable take. No, you have to be unreasonable so you can get people to yell at you. Because when people yell at you in this business, that's when you get the attention and eyeballs and ratings and money. And like, I get it, but it's just, I can't do it because I think you look stupid doing it.
But you're on the team and you know what's going on. Like, Skaz will say something and I'm like, Skaz, you're making too much sense, man. Like, come on, let's have a real argument back and forth. Sometimes it just, like the Jason Tatum comments about him coming back. Or the chemistry. Like, I didn't believe the chemistry stuff, to be honest. Like, come on, Jay. Like, you and Jalen have been, that chemistry's always worked. But him wondering about coming back, and then Ramona Shelbourne's report yesterday about, he still doesn't know. Like, do you think he really doesn't know? Because I know people are, he's already got a plan, this and that. Like, what are your thoughts on, is there a date that's set for Jason Tatum to come back?
So I think he internally has a time frame that he wants to come back, but it is still rehab. It is still, you still have to go and play and practice with the team, and you still have a good sense of how your bodies are going to respond, but you don't know how a scrimmage is going to go. If there is going to be any kind of setback, there's a mental aspect to this where you can go through a scrimmage. You can feel great today, scrimmage tomorrow or Friday, and then come out of it kind of shook by something. Maybe you took a wrong step. Maybe you took the same step that you took when you heard it, and you all of a sudden you have like a sort of a PTSD moment. You don't know how that's still going to go. So he probably internally, I believe, has a date or a range, a week that he wants to come back. He's not going to say it's March 1st or 4th or 6th, because once he says that, people like me, people like you are going to be like, well, he said March 1st and he came, and March 1st is come and gone. And now what? What's the problem? We see how people react to a freaking documentary. What happens if Jason says he's going to come back on March 4th and he doesn't? What kind of discourse is that going to create? So he's probably saving himself a lot of headaches, but he has a target. Obviously, he knows he's coming back. I never believed that I believe that he had like some of these intrusive thoughts, but I don't think it was ever going to derail him. He's worked too hard. He's put in too many hours to get this far and be like, well, I don't know. So once he's ready, he's ready. And it's just a matter of, is it going to be on the date he thinks, or is there going to be something that kind of pushes it back a day or two, a week, or anything like that?
All right, John Karalis joining us, SI.com. One final thing. I think the Celtics are probably a top 6 or 7 team right now. And, if they get everybody back, they have a chance. I don't know if they're a championship team, which has me thinking about next year already. And you wrote an article about an hour ago. The one Boston Celtics question that could shape their entire offseason plan. What is that question, sir?
The question is, go read my article on. No, the question is,
it's got to be Vucevic, right?
It is Vucevic.
All right, there you go.
It's Vuce plus Keita plus Garza. Is that group the group? Is that your center rotation? So you got about 7 weeks of the season left. Can you get enough information? And can you determine, yes, Vucevic is good enough to be the main guy, or, however you want to, maybe Keita becomes the starter, but however it is the Vucevic-Keita combination your starting and backup center for at least the next season? Is that good enough to go into next season? And that's the biggest question, because Vuce, while he's making $21 million this year, is a free agent, and you want to bring him back. He's not going to make $21 million next year. If you can bring him back at like $5 million, you now pay $10 million combined for Vuce, Keita, and Garza.
Wow.
And right, that's so that's why it's so important. If those three guys, if you have full confidence in them and you believe that can be your center rotation of the future, and you can get them all for $10 million combined, now you have a full mid-level $15.1 million to spend. You have $27.7 million in a traded player exception. You can go a bunch of different ways. You could even put together a team that remains under the tax just because Vuce is not making enough money to make that big of a dent. You have the potential to put together a contender that remains under the tax, that now you contend next year, and you stay under the tax, and you now have no repeater tax the following year, which means all the restrictions are off. You can go nuts with the spending. That coming to fruition would give the Celtics a lot of room. They could even spend this summer kind of tinkering and save the traded player exception for getting closer to the trade deadline and make a big splash midseason if certain things don't go the way they think. So having Vuce, Keita, and Garza, if that becomes your rotation, if you have all the confidence in the world in them, that really puts them in an amazing position this summer to go a lot of different directions. And I just think it would be super important.
Well, tomorrow night it all starts for you, right? End of the season, the Tatum stuff, maybe a playoff run, then the off season, and then it's all back to business, baby. This is going to be interesting. I'm excited. We got all the games here on the Sports Hub. John, great coverage, man. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you're over at SI now doing big things. I remember the Reds Army days, man. I remember. I bring it up every time because that was good stuff, man. And and here you are. You're still doing just what we get the heat for is, or I guess you is green teaming, right? Oh, we're green team. No, I felt like you were pretty transparent about everything and not picking a side. So I appreciate that kind of coverage in town.
Thank you. I really do try to keep it down the middle. I keep saying my loyalty is to the game of basketball. But it just so happens that the past few years have been really, really good for the Celtics. So not much to complain about. When things go wrong, I'll tell you, but I appreciate you saying that.
Well, feel free to crap all over any of my takes whenever you hear them. So I'm wide open for that, because sometimes we gotta rattle the cages here every once in a while.
If it happens, it happens.
He's John Karalis. Everybody check him out, si.com. John, great job, man. Enjoy the second half of the season, and good luck to you, man.
All right, thanks, buddy.
You got it. He's John Karalis, everyone. Excellent job. Great stuff there. I felt like that was transparent. I don't feel like he was leaning to a side. I think he was aggravated with some of the drama. And I felt like that was damn good. So I'm glad we had John Karalis on tonight. He goes way back. Guys, Red's Army. So when I first started, CLNS was actually Celtics late night show. They used to do a show, and I used to do a show during the day. So they used to do like an after game stuff. Red's Army was like this blog, and John Karalis was behind it. And now look at us all. We're all great teamers. I'm kidding. We're all the guys that Felger hates. Isn't that funny?
And not bad company, I'd say.
No, I don't think Felger hates us. I think he likes to wind us up.
No, it's all in good fun.
Remember, he was singing to you yesterday before he left?
Yes, his beautiful dulcet tones serenading me.
He did not go with my Nantucket water thing.
He didn't like that, no. He's very defensive of his little island.
He goes, I know what you're trying to do, old rich guy blow. And I go, yeah.
Yes. Oh, no. The data, right? Scoreboard, right? I mean, we can only look at the scoreboard, Joe.
And then it took real morbid, like, it's actually kind of sad down the Cape in the summer.
Yeah, yes.
Like, yeah, dude, no, I know. Just, it was supposed to be a joke. Sometimes, no jokes. No jokes on his show.
Yeah, scoreboard, though, Joe. I thought we could always look at the scoreboard.
So I didn't want to say it, but if you go to John Karalis' Twitter page, he definitely crapped on our competition.
Hey, he's not alone. I'll say that.
He was so pissed about something, and I had to look at his page and be like, what is he talking about right now? He's pissed. I saw it. He does not like the drama. You know what? I kind of get it. I just saw Noah Dalzell. What is going on with everybody all over the Jason Tatum documentary? I think she's kind of right. I mean, hell, I'm going to watch the thing. Do you remember Julian Edelman's documentary? Do you remember that thing?
No.
That thing, no, come on. You don't remember it?
No.
Oh, dude, I'm going to get it. They even played the piano with his dad. His dad was on it playing the piano.
I don't care about these.
Oh, I got to revisit. See?
Like Tom versus Time, I didn't care.
Oh, if Sarge was on it, I cared. You didn't watch every Tom versus... I didn't have Facebook, and I still watched it.
I didn't watch a second of Tom versus Time. I don't know if that's negligent to my job, but I don't care.
What about Bill versus Bill? Parcells.
Okay, 30 for 30's fine. That's a real thing. But these pre-produced, from the person's perspective, that's the story's about. No, thank you. That's not a real story. That's why I can't get up in arms about Jason Tatum coming back.
Nobody can. We have nothing.
I think it's impressive that Mike can care that much about something he doesn't care anything at all about. That is impressive. Well, that's talent.
That's his specialty.
Yes.
No, but I'm just saying now, it's we're just using Felger as the name because he gets on us. But no, there are people reaching right now. A
lot of throwing shoulders out.
No, but we work the Bruins games, we work the Celtics games, we work Revs games, dude. The Revs play on Saturday.
Nashville, baby.
We had Matt Turner. I talked to a guy named Brooklyn
Reigns
today.
New guy. He's supposed to be pretty good, Joe.
Ones. What I'm trying to say is we talk about everything, even farts and poop.
Almost exclusively.
Some guy today goes, you talk 98.5% food, and I go, that's not true. I think there is a pie of stuff that's talked about.
Pie?
Pie? Okay. I would say 25% food. Well,
it depends on the day of the week, time of year.
50% sports?
That feels high, but yeah.
Oh, that feels high?
It depends on the night, Joe. Sometimes it's 70, sometimes it's 35.
All right. We're very late. I apologize. I went late. I see people on the phone lines. We'll get to them. We got in or out at the end of the hour as well. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Olympics! All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. Well, we'll do in or out at the top of the hour. In this hour, the Sports Hub is brought to us by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You'll save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. Street Team Joe, we just did a public service announcement regarding Funyuns. Can't spell Funyuns without fun. So that's over on TikTok. You're going to have to go follow me at Joey Murr or Joe Murray Media. I don't know what the hell I am on there. But there's a public service announcement there. I wanted to bring in Luke. He is from the Card Czar. He has a shop up in Londonderry, New Hampshire. He's going to be doing a big trade night this Saturday. I'm going to be there. What's up, Luke?
What's up, big dog?
How we doing?
Good. How you doing?
Well, you called at a time where we had a guest and then a long commercial break, but you probably got to hurt all our advertisers, which is great.
It's worth the wait, Joe, just to talk to you, buddy. You know that.
We talked cards last night. While we got you here, what's the drama on the Logan Paul card that was sold for $16 million? Like, is it an authentic, like, a graded card? And then I saw Golden's involved in it and all this stuff. Like, what's the drama?
So the drama with that is basically there's two different things going on. The first thing is he owned like 50% of that card and then sold it in like a fraction form to, you know, hundreds of people at like, I don't know, much less than $16 million. And so basically he made a bunch of money doing that, and now he's making a bunch of money by selling it, through Golden. But the main issue that everybody's freaking out about is the condition-wise, it's really not a 10. It's if you look on the back of it with the naked eye, you can see damage to the card. You can see issues with the card that just simply wouldn't make it a 10. The centering's off. So it's also just, kind of like, what you guys are talking about just before this. Hey, we're just going to get mad about nothing. It's also people just screaming into the void on social media just because they can. So,
well, no, I don't know if you grade cards, though, like, I look at some cards sometimes and I go, hey, this looks good. How come I got a 9, not a 10? There's a big difference between a 9 and 10.
Well, there is, but it's also, I think there's two things to it. I think there's pop control that PSA does. I think that also you're not looking at it under a microscope like PSA does. And I think also, too, it's subjective. Card grading subjective. And I've been on I've been on the front lines of saying that I think grading is one of the biggest, the most frustrating things about the hobby. Everybody wants to grade a $5 card and turn it into a $100 card. That's just simply not how it works. And we talked about that on our Instagram page. So
yes.
It is what it is.
I'll plug all your stuff in a second here, but they just changed the cost of grading. Well, PSA did, and I know a lot of people consider PSA to be the top. There's Beckett, and I just stay away from SGC, even though it's owned by PSA. But my whole thing is, now that it's changed, the pricing's changed. Do you think people will still do it? Will they still do the rush orders? And I guess I'll ask you, like, these cards that come out now, like certain cards, like for example, Obsidian's really thick, right? They don't grade well. Some of these other ones have the patches that might not be lined up right? Like the centering, etc. And how many people come up to you, man, I got so many cards when I'm a kid. It's from the junk wax era, which literally they're worth nothing unless they're a 10, right? So it's like it's really confusing these days.
Well, I tell people we're in the junk slab era these days. Right now, people, like I said, they're grading a $5 card thinking it's going to turn into a $100 card. But what happens is I think PSA did this for a good reason. And I think they did it to stop people from sending in those crappy $5 cards that shouldn't be graded. I've said this before. Grading is a premium service for premium cards. It's not meant for your Mo Vaughn 1993 Topps base card. Though I would love to have that in a slab because
24 cents. 24 cents raw.
Exactly. So, and not only that, but like we had a guy in today and we were talking. I was like, hey, this is a $5 card raw. What do you think it's going to happen? What do you think? Are you going to spend $30 to turn this into a $30 card? That just seems silly. You're going to wait 4 to 5 months to basically break even. And I can do more. I can take $5 and multiply that into $10, into $15, into $20 in that 5 to 6 months or whatever it's going to take for PSA. So, PSA is it was funny when during the COVID days when everybody was getting to cards, I had a guy who was fresh into it, and he said, my buddy who's been doing cards for a long time, like 5 years, said PSA is the way to go. And I go, well, why is PSA the way to go? He goes, I don't know. He just said it's the way to go. So it's like, all right, we're all lemmings. We're all just going to walk off the cliff because somebody said we should walk off the cliff. What is PSA doing to make a card as a 10 in their slab worth more than a 10 in an SGC slab or a 10 in a TGA slab or a 9.5 in a Beckett slab? Are they putting a piece of gold in there to make it worth more? No, they're not. It's just we are all lemmings and we do something that somebody tells us we have to do. And it's literally as simple as that.
Yeah, we all are just followers, right? Because everyone's trying to sell and make money, etc. Luke works over at Card Czar. He is the Card Czar.
I am the cards. Where the cards are.
Yeah, exactly. And it's in Londonderry, New Hampshire. I'll be at the Best Flippin' Card Show that Saturday. During the day, I'll be there till 3 o'clock, and then I'm going to make the voyage, live free or die, up to New Hampshire. But there are these trade nights, and what happens, a bunch of people bring their cards, they hang out. I know that Luke's going to have big food, pizza party, and everyone's going to hang out, but tell everybody why they should come out. And they can get their cards graded, too.
That's right. Well, first off, it's a tax-free New Hampshire. Let's
that too.
Make sure. Exactly. So, cash-free sports cards, tax-free wax. But no, come on up. It's Topps Hobby Rip Night. We are going to have a ton of giveaways. We'll be giving away brand new Topps Series 1 hobby boxes, jumbo boxes. We'll be doing pack wars with Allen and Ginter. We will be giving away a Ronald Acuna signed bat and plenty of other things. We have a lot to give away. We're excited for it. This is our third time hosting Topps Hobby Rip Night, but our first time in our brand new location. We got a 3,000 square foot card store right off exit 4 off 93 in Londonderry, New Hampshire. God's country, they say. And it's going to be a good time. We're looking forward to it, and we're really excited for you to come up. We do monthly trade nights as well. But this is just a special event that Topps puts on, and we promote it as well with a bunch of free giveaways and all that good stuff.
All right. Well, Street Team Joe is asking about the food in the area, and I mentioned T-Bones.
I saw that, and T-Bones is a great choice. It's a very good choice. But by the time you get out, because you're going to be wheeling and dealing all night, we'll have 150 plus people in here. We have all the best collectors who come up. They set up. It's almost like a card show. It's free to set up. It's free to show up. You get free food, and you just post up. You put your cards out. You make some deals. You make some trades. You make some sales. You make sure that it ends up being a good time, and you're going to walk out there with a few bucks in your pocket, I think.
All right. Well, you got a guy in the background chirping.
Yeah, it's old Jim. He's on Whatnot right now. He got all hot and bothered about something.
All right,
we're streaming right now.
I saw a guy on your Whatnot Fanatic stream, whatever one, and he sounded like, "Hey, everybody, come on in! Everybody, get our cards."
That was Jim.
Oh,
that's him right there. Yeah. You want him to say hi?
No. No. Thanks, Luke. We'll see you Saturday night. Cards are where the cards are. Londonderry, New Hampshire.
Where the cards are.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, man.
See ya.
All right, take care. Did that get you excited to come out to New Hampshire?
I'll be there.
It's got you excited though, huh?
You got me excited. Saturday. What time is the? What time?
I'll be there at 8 a.m. Joe.
8 a.m.
It starts at 8:30.
It starts at 8:30.
Bro, I'm ready to make some money.
And how much? What would you say is the most packed it is? Like at what time?
I would say 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah. All right, we got to go to break. You know what we got next? In or out? Let's do that next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray.
You can get comfortable if you'd like. Sit down, have a seat. Throw that mic. There you go. Get comfortable in there. Street Team Joe just got a sub. You know he's about to go and hail that bad
We
boy.
lost him for the next 30 minutes.
Wait, 30 minutes.
Well, you never know.
So, Neil Napolitano
Yeah,
from New York,
that's right.
now living in parts unknown Massachusetts.
Yep. Been here a while.
And you're the last
Actually,
guy.
been here a lot longer than I've been in New York.
You have been here longer than me and Skaz combined.
Yes.
Oh, here at the station? Yeah.
I got 15 years. What about you, Skaz?
7 or 8.
Seven.
I think.
You've been here
6 or 7 maybe.
What do you got? 20-something years here?
Well, it depends. Sports Hub specifically, 14 years. And then I worked for the other radio stations in the CBS group before that.
So if anybody's ever worked here ever, whether it was the old inclination, is that the word? Inclination?
The old regime.
Iteration.
Iteration. There you go, Skaz. Thank you. I didn't barely went to college. But Neil's been around forever. So Neil Napolitano. All right, what do you got for us tonight, Skaz? So what you do here, you know the drill, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you in or out? And I'm sorry to put you up to this, but it sounds like you want to do this.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I'm
Neil,
in.
if we can get you reps on the air, we're doing it, bro.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I heard this on the morning show earlier this week in news you can use. They were talking about the iguana problem in Florida, people dropping them off at a iguana drop-off site. So I looked into this story a little bit, and, well, Buck's Coal-Fired Pizza in North Palm Beach will no longer sell pies with iguana meat topping after people complained to the health department concerned that the reptiles were being kept alive in the shop. The owners of Buck said they were not. Gentlemen, first of all, are we in or out on iguana meat pizza?
More research is required, but out, I would say, on my immediate thought is out.
Well, I've had crocodile and alligator.
So I've had alligator too, and it was good, but
It's good.
But it's a large animal. Iguana, I don't know what you're getting off of that.
Can't be too much meat on an iguana, right?
No. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know much about iguanas.
Who the hell eats iguanas?
I don't know.
Is there animals
Florida?
that eat iguanas?
That's a good question also, and I don't know. They don't seem like something that has too many, predators.
Is it like an anchovy?
Oh,
Like just the whole thing goes right on the pizza?
just an entire iguana on top?
Well, I just did a AI summary. They're trying to they're to understand who eats iguanas. Consider predators, snakes.
And Florida pizza eaters.
Yeah. Oh my God. Invasive lizard recipes. Out.
All right, from frozen iguanas to Harry Potter. We're all familiar with McCormick seasoning brand. You see them all over the supermarkets and such. McCormick has teamed up with Harry Potter for exclusive seasoning. Chocolate frog finishing sugar, licorice wand finishing sugar, pumpkin pasty sugar, and Harry Potter butterbeer sugar. Are we in or out on Harry Potter spices?
I'm out, I think. It is a funny branding combo of McCormick's. The two things you think of all together, Harry Potter and McCormick seasonings.
What was the big guy's name that was with Harry?
Hagrid.
Hagrid.
Any Hagrid stuff in there?
I did not see any Hagrid stuff in there.
He liked to eat.
Of course. He
And
brought Harry a chocolate cake for his birthday,
that's
I
right.
believe.
Is
Yes.
there any of that in there?
I did not see any chocolate cake.
He probably knows a lot about iguanas, though.
Yes.
Well, that could be part of the seasoning, right?
Little iguana seasoning in there?
Dude, they got
Some
their
flakes?
they're wizards, man. They can make you eat anything. I'm out.
Newt.
I don't trust it. I'm out.
All right, gentlemen. Well, one of the more true signs that we're in a recession, even though they tell us repeatedly we aren't. We mentioned Mike Tyson fighting this week. We mentioned Floyd Mayweather fighting this week. We mentioned Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey fighting. Well, let's add to the list. Manny Pacquiao will also be fighting in the year 2026 because why the hell not? Everybody else is. Gentlemen, are we in or out on watching Manny Pacquiao fight in the year 2026?
Who's he fighting?
Someone I've never heard of.
I mean, isn't he like the mayor?
I thought he was a politician for a bit, I believe.
You can't beat up a politician.
Well, Joe, I think a lot of people would like to.
Ooh, that's intriguing.
Wait, how old is Manny?
He's got to be in his 50s, right?
Yeah, I mean, He's kind of an old guy.
To this day, and I can look it up, but that day, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fought. That was one of the greatest sports days ever, if you remember.
I threw a massive party at my house that day.
Really?
Massive party.
Really?
Oh yeah, we're talking maybe triple digits.
I think Paul Pierce hit a game winner for Washington that night.
I had a projector screen on the back of my garage.
Wait, that was that long
Yes,
ago?
you got the Spurs were in a game 7 that night, right? The Kentucky Derby was that day.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was
I remember
Kentucky
that.
Derby day of whatever year that was.
Oh, yeah.
But the big cap off that night was Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, and Pacquiao hurt his shoulder but didn't tell anybody because he needed the money. And,
Right.
And
Manny Pacquiao, 47 years old.
And
Okay.
I'm in on watching Manny fight. You know why? He's an attraction. Like, listen, I watched the Netflix special with Mike Tyson. But I don't know who the other guy is, so I don't know if that's a draw.
Yeah, I'm in on that. He's younger than I thought, and he's probably. I mean, see any pictures of him? He's look like he's in good
I'm
shape.
sure he's in good shape. Yeah.
Manny, I saw him once, like in real life.
Yeah.
Not tall.
No.
Little guy.
I'm not calling
Who's taller,
I'm
him or
not-
Caleb Durbin? The new Red Sox third baseman is 5'6" or 5'5.5", I believe is what he was.
really?
He was measured at spring training.
Manny Pacquiao height.
Well, you can't, Joe. They're gonna lie.
The smallest person I ever saw like that I didn't know was small was Fred Durst.
Yeah. He does look like a
Oh,
kind of
little
small guy.
guy, Fred Durst.
He's very small.
Little guy.
Mick Jagger, also very small.
He looks like a wind can, a stiff wind.
Yeah,
can
he
blow
could
him away.
just.
Met Tom Cruise once. He was probably like 5'7".
Yeah, Manny Pacquiao's listed as 5'5".
Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
that's not a tall man.
Him and Caleb Durbin though.
Yeah,
are
let's get him
close.
back to back, no shoes on. See what happens.
I'm in. You know what? I'll root for the 5'5" guy who's 40.
What if he's fighting a 5'4" guy, Joe?
Oh, what if he's fighting a 6'5" guy? Yes,
It's like Rey Mysterio versus Kevin Nash.
give it to me. Hey, Rey Mysterio won the championship at Royal Rumble and then went on to win the championship one year.
All right, from Manny Pacquiao to soda, 7-Up is dropping a new Mandarin orange flavor in both regular and zero sugar. Are we in or out on 7-Up orange?
I'm in on that. I love orange soda.
What's up? Why the Mandarin? What's up with that?
I think it's a type of orange, I believe. I think.
Oh,
A little smaller, a little sweeter,
yeah,
right?
yes, I believe so. Who doesn't like orange soda?
All right.
Love
7-Up never did it for me. So Neil, you may know I was a sodaholic.
Yes, no, I do remember that.
Yes.
Yes. You drank like
You're
2
big,
2 liters a day or
ginger
something?
ale
Ginger
guy.
ale, 2-liter Canada Dry a day.
Yeah.
Like not like I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
But like imagine me just carrying it around like a football all day.
It was like your like those camel.
I might as well just had a helmet that just fed it through me all day. No, I was addicted.
Let's bring those back, by the way.
I love those back. Is that an 80s or a 90s thing? I remember Spuds McKenzie.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I was addicted to soda.
Yeah.
I loved it.
But ginger ale specifically.
Something about like the sweetness, tart.
Yeah.
It just had like that after you drank it. Yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
Just yeah. But yeah, so I gave it up. I still dream of soda. I miss it. But 7-Up never did it for me. Sprite I liked.
Hold on. Speaking of dreams, Joe, you mentioned dreams there for
Yeah.
a second. Neil,
Yeah.
do you dream often?
I don't really remember them most of the time.
Have you ever noticed in your dreams, do you see or not see people's feet?
I never thought about it, and I don't think so.
Joe Murray vindicated. He said he has never seen anyone's feet in his dreams last night, and it sparked quite a debate.
But I don't think I'm looking for feet.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah, I'm not looking for
I'm
feet.
not Quentin Tarantino over here.
Start looking. All right. Now since we're on it, okay.
Oh yes,
I'm
I forgot about
I'm not
this
getting
one.
morbid, please. I'm not getting morbid. But I've had people that I've known who've passed visit me in my dreams.
Okay.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yes. I mean, not in the sense where I feel like they're trying to communicate with me, but like I'll have dreams about my father, my grandfather, like stuff like that. Yeah. So,
But Joe and Skaz did not.
Maybe we're too young.
Really?
Is this something that happens maybe later in life? Or is this something that's,
I don't know. Like for me, again, not to get morbid, but like sometimes I'll dream about my dad and I'll just wake up being so sad, just like,
No, but no, I'd be like, what was he trying to tell me?
oh, okay.
What was our conversation? Like, are you having catch with dad? Like in, what was that movie? Field of Dreams? No, for real. Like what, they visit you and then the next day, like, why were they in my dream?
Yeah. He was trying to tell you where the safety deposit box key was.
Ooh.
I found one of those recently. That was
Oh, really?
I think I told Joe that story that I just found a safety. I figured it out, but yeah, it was a little bit of a goose hunt.
I watch TikTok sometimes, and I people move into houses, and they're always like, "Hey, why is there a window? How do I get in there?" And they find out there's like a panic room, but it has safes in there.
Oh, wow.
And money. Yeah, TikTok, you can search it. But then it will pop. Every other one will be on your algorithm after, though.
Well, that's the thing. It's just, when, God forbid you look at something one time and then the algorithm just thinks that that's your thing for the rest of your life.
Getting back to orange soda.
Yeah, please.
Crush was really good. I really liked Sunkissed. They had a really good one.
Like Fanta.
Fanta was really good.
Don't you wanna?
See John Fanta?
Hey, Johnny, yeah.
That's your boy?
Yeah, I love John. We got to get him on.
How do we get him on the show?
Well, I'm working on it.
Okay. But orange soda, Sunkissed, Fanta, Minute Maid. Minute Maid had an orange soda.
I feel like Sunkissed was mine.
I think me too. Could see the can.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like
just that bright orange.
Yeah, like a tie-dye orange almost.
Yeah.
7-Up kind of sucked, though. Not gonna lie to you.
I don't know, man. I like 7-Up. I was all good with that or Sprite. That was one where it didn't have that Coke and Pepsi difference for me. It was like they were pretty on par.
Was there another clear soda like that you liked?
What was the one?
Was Pepsi clear?
Yeah,
it was clear.
Was it
good? I don't think it was.
I don't think so, but it was out so briefly that I never even had a chance to try it.
Do you remember Crystal Canadian?
No.
They had a top with a little fizz. Oh, it was good. Clear.
Just reminded me with Pepsi Clear, though. Was there ever a limited edition food or beverage item that you did not get a chance to try that you still think about?
Well, I don't know if there's anything I didn't try, but there is one that I did try.
And you still think about it?
Yeah. Do you remember OK Soda?
Oh, yeah.
OK Soda would have these things when you would you'd call a number. And that's how you would learn what all the flavors were. Mm-hmm. But really, OK Soda was just all the flavors mixed into one. But there was this thing you had to call a phone number, and OK Soda ruled.
Okay.
But that popped in my head. I don't know if there was another that.
No, I'd have to look into that. I always think of things that I wish were still around. Like you Dorito guy, Joe?
Yeah, I love Doritos.
You remember Taco Bell Doritos?
Taco Bell Dorito was so good. Oh my God, I loved
it. We've had this conversation.
No, I don't think you and I have, but it was they had the little Quieto Taco Bell dog on it.
Yeah.
And it made you want to think you were dipping beef. Not
Was it like taco seasoning? What was on it?
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you now at this point. I just remember my wife and I loved it. We're just I
got really excited. Did you hear me go? That was one. Do you know what's another one? Munchos. You remember Munchos? I don't know if you know, but they made barbecue Munchos.
No, Munchums.
Munchums. They also made barbecue Funyuns.
Oh yeah. I love a regular Funyun. That's but now they have a spicy queso.
Spicy queso, and then what's ramen? Ramen.
Oh, ramen. Okay.
I don't know if I want a ramen chip.
I don't know. I'd be down with that because I do love ramen. So we'd have to see.
All right. Yeah. Chubby Cola is what someone mentioned. Clearly Canadian. That's what it was called.
Clearly Canadian.
Why did they screw that up? A lot of people listening tonight. Thank you. That's Neil Napolitano, everybody. What else we got here? Anything else?
All right, we'll end with this one tonight. I hope I'm not stealing this for musings, but a recent report, scientists, health food scientists, are saying that chicken might not be healthier than beef. A new study suggests. Gentlemen, are we in or out on the constant push and pull of chicken versus beef, and which is healthier?
So I saw this story, and just to bring it to light. Street Team Joe got Carales tonight. And for those that know, they're a local sub shop down the street in Waltham.
Beef.
Known for their steak and cheeses. Street Team Joe, whose top 5 is a steak and cheese, has told me that their chicken parm is better than their steak and cheese. Yet he loves steak and cheese.
I don't know. Where's the health tie in here?
So the health tie-in is the chicken better than the beef?
Well, now
But
they're
you
saying
were asking if it's more
the
healthy.
beef might be more healthy.
So the beef might be more healthy than the chicken. What do you think, Neil?
I like both almost equally. I'll go for either, but
Where does fish rank?
There's I can't imagine just preparing much beef and much chicken over the years. I do feel like chicken breast must be more healthier than your average cut of beef. But that being said, beef ultimately more delicious. But it's But if you're trying to be healthy, I mean, who knows? Can you trust anything that a health person online says?
No.
Just go to your nutritionist. They probably know the best.
But listen, why? Okay, beef is red meat, and it's thicker, right? So it probably breaks down harder,
Yeah.
Sure.
right?
I think so.
Slower to digest.
Where chicken, I can get a mallet and beat the crap out
You
of it,
pound that thing, Joe.
right? And pound it, and then egg it, and
Oh, beat it.
you get it all ready.
Yeah. Well, if you're frying that chicken, then I don't know about the healthiness anymore.
Well, now again, chicken or beef. Do you know what I still just haven't made the turn on, guys? And I hear it's so good. I can't do salmon.
Oh, really?
It's not that I don't like it. I
Is
don't
it
want
the color?
No, I've never had it.
It's good.
But like I don't
does-
like
the-
sushi. I don't like sushi. But when I ate it, it was fine. I just don't like seaweed.
Sometimes like the pink or the red of the salmon can be a little like, but it's good.
I do a good salmon on the grill with soy sauce and honey.
In on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you a poke guy?
I'll have it occasionally, but not typically. No, but I do like sushi a lot.
You know you can get sushi at the Market Basket down the street.
I'm well aware
I've seen
of
you
that.
in there. I've seen Skaz in there. I've seen John. Do you know that I've seen the entire everyone here at Market Basket?
Bump into Roger over there. I've seen everybody
I've seen
over
Pat
there.
Calnan in there.
Oh, yeah.
Pat Calnan's listening to the show while he's in Market Basket, and he's like, "What am I going to grill tonight?"
He's listening to you for advice. What's Joe into tonight?
What's Joe getting tonight? Tonight, we have a chicken parm sandwich with, I believe, has sauce and cheese with great bread.
Yeah, any combo of sauciness, cheesiness, bread, meat. Oh man.
How about do you like Indian food?
Oh yeah,
Well, tikka masala,
I love that.
curry, the naan bread.
Love naan.
Dip that in whatever sauce that is. Oh,
Yep, I love sag paneer. That's probably my
that's
favorite.
so good. You ever had that, Skaz?
Oh, big in on that.
I just want to take some of that naan and just go all around the bowl at the end.
What's your favorite naan, Joe?
I like the garlic a lot. Garlic and cheese.
Can't go wrong.
Yep.
Pretty simple, right? Garlic and cheese, I think. What's yours?
Probably onion. But,
Onion, okay. All
You know.
right.
But I like a peshwari too, which is where sometimes it has raisins in it. It's more like a dessert naan kind of thing. But
Should we let Neil hear that fart from last night?
Oh, boy. Let me
Neil.
see if I can find it.
Neil, this thing.
from you, Joe?
No. No, you know what? Believe it or not.
Joe, I'd be having you on the way to the hospital, I think, if you let this out.
So, just so you know, I'm a fat guy. I'm a large guy.
Yeah. As am I.
I get gassy, but like my farts aren't like legendary.
You're modest. You're saying you're a modest farter.
They smell.
You don't have a sustained like 30-second situation.
They don't knock, they're just kind of,
yeah.
they're not long.
Standard issue.
They're silent but deadly too, don't get me wrong.
I think this fart has Street Team Joe pointed it out first, but it has a stunning resemblance to another sound you could often hear maybe in a restaurant.
Yeah, we should pot the music down.
I will pot the music down.
All right.
I need some fart context here.
I'll set this up for you, but this was from Fartland. We found it last night by a doctor.
Dr. Clown,
Dr.
Joe. I'm
Clown.
not sure how much of a real doctor he was.
Internet doctor, Neil.
He's definitely an internet doctor.
Okay, and
very trustworthy.
Just so you know, there's a guy basically like, you ever see Ace Ventura when he's spreading his legs to fart? There's a cat on a hassock and then a guy in a chair.
The poor cat, too.
Right?
Right in
so
the line
just
of fire.
remember, This is one to hear, not watch.
Okay, yeah.
So this is an actual flatulence from someone's body. Let's hear it.
Now, to me, that's a ketchup bottle. That is someone smacking the bottom of a ketchup bottle, trying to get the last bit of ketchup out. That is what I hear when I hear.
It's a little orchestra of ketchup bottles.
Yes.
I think you should hear it again. I don't know if you
Oh,
got
boy.
I don't know if
God.
you got the whole thing there.
You're torturing our audience, Joe.
Well, can you do it slow? Remember the slowness of the first one? But no, so go back normal, but there's a right off the bat. That reminds me of the Roadrunner.
That might be the cat screaming as it starts.
All right, one more time in full.
It's heinous.
I would drive somebody.
Almost like fireworks.
I would drive you to the hospital.
Yeah.
If you did that in front of me,
That's the Hershey Highway.
I'd be
right
like,
there.
dude, we're going right now.
Also, were pants on? Because it was very.
It looked like some loose-fitting sweatpants, I believe. There's a lot of air. A lot of air.
It sounded a little bare-cheeked to me.
And Joe
I said
thought there was some
bare-cheek spread.
Yeah, he thought there was some performance enhancing going on as well.
The only performance enhancing is just the hands of the spread.
Oh, no.
You know, like
Oh, no, I don't hear about that.
kind of like a quarterback under center, but the other way. Neil, I don't know what pops in my head, but this is what we do. All right, he's Neil Napolitano. He's the guy who does all these ads and the commercials that happen. What else do you do? Is that really?
That's mostly it. Yeah.
And then you have to.
Thanks to our listeners for going to our sponsors. We appreciate it.
Wow, that's a great endorsement by Neil Napolitano.
Yeah. Hey, that's how it works.
Hey, do you like Napolitano pizza?
A Neapolitan?
Oh, Neapolitan. Yeah.
Close enough.
What about Neapolitan ice cream?
Yeah. Although strawberry, it's the weak link in that little chain, but I do enjoy it. Yeah. I like pretty much any ice cream.
What's your favorite ice cream?
That's a great question. Probably like something with peanut butter in it.
Are you guys in on mint, like mint ice cream and
Nope.
mint? Oh, so no, you're not.
I don't like mint. That's my one flavor I don't
So
like.
you won't do Girl Scout cookies? Then mint?
No, I don't
So
like.
like peppermint patties out, all that stuff.
Don't like
Shamrock
it.
Shake?
Nope.
Alex Barth, same thing the other night. Stunned me. I'm a guy who I'll probably having mint chocolate chip ice cream tonight when I get home.
What about a candy cane?
I'm okay a little bit with peppermint, but my wife one time, my mother-in-law, when I first started dating my wife, she knew I didn't like mint, and I go to their house for Christmas, and I'm about to put a cookie in my mouth, and my wife like someone about to get shot. It's like, no! And I put the cookie in my mouth, and I was very unhappy. It was a mint cookie. Didn't like it.
I'm like that with lettuce.
Lettuce.
Joe. I was going to split half a sub with
The
Joe.
most flavorless thing.
Yes.
No, I smell it. I taste it.
All
This debate has to stop. Like the JT versus Jaylen Brown debate, it needs to stop. Lettuce smells and it has taste.
Neither are strong, Joe, but I'll agree with you.
It has taste. I taste water.
No. We did this about a month ago. I went and I said no lettuce, and the guy looked at me and goes, "No lettuce, right?" I said, "Yep." And I usually look. I always look.
You didn't look.
But I trusted.
Oh, yeah. My wife's like that with tomatoes.
Out.
She does not like tomatoes on her stuff.
Do you know there's some people that can't eat a taco without sour cream on it? Like if you went to the store and got the whole kit and everything,
Yeah.
forgot the sour cream, the night's ruined.
I do like sour cream on it, but, it's a taco. Almost any combination of thing on it is going to be good.
Okay. Neil, thank you, sir. This was fun.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I wonder if anybody's going to be like, hey, I heard you on the radio last night.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I heard that fart.
That's usually what I hear. Yeah.
All right. Skaz, we didn't have an 820 guest tonight, but you know who our guest was?
It was Neil.
Neil
thank you.
Napolitano.
Well, thank you for having me, gentlemen. Love talking to you guys as always.
All right. Neil, Skaz, Street Team Joe. We'll go to break, everybody. It's 98.5 The Sports Hub.
What's up?
Planet Fitness has everything you need anytime the motivation hits. And with most clubs open 24 hours, you can give everything you've got. Save $28 or more when you join today for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends February 27th. See club for details.
Contractors and landscapers. New year, new tractor magic.
Tractor Magic.
So we have questions after that last segment. Thanks to Neil Napolitano for hanging out with us.
You missed some great rice talk back here, Joe.
I love jasmine and sticky
Oh,
rice.
that's what we were just talking about. Street Team Joe said, I heard, a little birdie told me jasmine rice, the best rice out there. Me and Neil said, you better believe it.
Dude,
That's what we're talking about back here, Joe. Some good rice talk.
So what I do is I start a rice bowl. I have a rice maker. Excuse me. Geez, that sub was huge, bro. I'm trying to come back from eating a sub. Whew.
You got an extended break there, too, Joe.
Whew. But yeah, I'll boil the rice, then I'll make eggs, and I'll scramble them. Then I'll throw the rice in the eggs, move it around, and then squirt a little bit of soy sauce in there with a little salt, a little MSG. Bing, bang, boom. I got the Joey Murr boom, boom rice, baby. If you want to put scallions in there, you can. I don't do scallions, though.
Not a scallions guy. I'm not the biggest either.
No. Out.
Street Team Joe says he has a chicken versus beef take for us.
So, Joe, I wanted to do a little more research on that chicken versus beef. I wanted to come prepared. I did love that last segment. So I did some research. It turns out beef actually has 2 to 3 times the amount of micronutrients that chicken does. However, from a weight loss standpoint, chicken has far fewer calories. So if you look at it from that point of view, chicken would be healthier in terms of weight figure. If you're looking at it from a muscle building standpoint, beef would be the superior option. So I'm coming prepared.
So what about a 12-inch chicken parm?
Oh, yeah. So it was funny. I was
6
housing
inch-
a sub.
I ate
fried chicken sub.
6-inch. Guys, this look. If you're watching,
How'd you like it?
this is the other half of the sub.
That looks like a full sub right there.
This is the other half of the sub. Okay, so Joe, I think they have a fantastic chicken parm.
Isn't it real? They have a good chicken
I
cutlets.
think the bread and the cutlet is fantastic with just enough sauce. Sometimes people undersauce them out, but I'm going to tell you that's not healthy.
Oh, absolutely.
What I
not.
just ate,
But I'm sure we can turn any food unhealthy. There's ways we can turn burgers on, I mean, there's plenty of beef that can be turned unhealthy.
all right, this is what I wanted to bring up. So in the chat, these are the things that people were asking during the break.
Okay.
Carrie Ann, this is I can feel a 7-minute commercial break coming.
Yeah, well, they know the show. That's what happens when you get a 30-minute segment.
Skaz, where did you meet Tom Cruise?
Bridgewater Rainham. They night and day. His Cameron Diaz movie was filmed in Bridgewater at some of the fields out there, and they had lunch with Cafe 129, our special needs students that I volunteered with. So Tom Cruise, Cameron Diaz came to lunch. Tom Cruise kind of short, Cameron Diaz very beautiful would be my takeaways from that. Very beautiful.
I like that movie.
I honestly don't know if I've ever seen it.
You
but
never
it was,
seen it?
It
Yeah,
was
it's a
filmed
good-
in Bridgewater.
It's a good, action flick. Cameron Diaz kind of
you ever
saves the
see-
day in the end.
Did you ever watch the Lizzie Borden stuff being from out there?
I have not. No, I'm aware
outta
of
here.
the story, but no, I've never
Oh, you
watched
really
it.
haven't?
No.
Oh, it's great.
I've read about it, but
I mean,
yeah.
you know what happened.
Yes. Not great.
It's not a good ending.
Not a good ending there.
Not what you were hoping for. Someone asked, "Hey, a chicken parm is way worse than a steak."
People got opinions, Joe.
I'm 5'5", 150 pounds. I concur with Joe. Lettuce sucks, and I can smell it and taste it.
There you go, Team Joe Murray.
We should have been splitting that sandwich, Joe. I'm apologizing. I got lettuce on it.
No, dude, you're gonna. I can't eat that anymore.
But you're gonna. I couldn't.
no,
I
no.
didn't. I left the second half too.
It's yours, bro.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah,
It's not me, it's you, but it's a sandwich. It's not mine, it's yours.
It's not you, it's me. It's the sandwich.
It's not mine, it's yours.
We should put that on a shirt.
Yeah, I'm working on my health.
All right. We're late again. Oh, Matt, who's on every night, goes, I missed all the fun with Neil.
I mean, are we late, Joe? Or, you could just take it to 55. It's up to you,
Then we get the musings, too,
You can
right?
do it at 9, whatever, Steph Curry will not play tomorrow against the Celtics. Did you mention that in headlines?
I did.
Yeah, I thought you did. But
Kristaps Porzingis practiced.
so what do we think of that? KP in, Steph Curry out.
Double bigs.
Oh, I like that, Joe. Kata and Vooch against Horford and KP?
Would they go Kata and Vooch, or would they go Kata and Garza?
Oh, well, why not both? Let's see them
Do you
both.
think something changes now? Like,
Oh, yeah, they're going to look a little different now that they had some time off.
what, Missoula went to the St. John's game and liked the way that
They're going to fight. I heard him. He was talking about that on the midday.
Oh, Draymond is going to fight.
Well,
I to this day, I'm telling you, and I might have been Cerrone, or I can't remember. I think it was Cerrone. But he thinks that Draymond Green would have been in NWO. Like
I think it was Cerrone that said
they
that.
had Dennis Rodman in there, Karl Malone.
Draymond would have fit in perfectly.
Draymond, do you know what? Do you know that NWO was 26 years ago today? Yesterday? It formed. Joe, do you know what the NWO is?
You had me make a graphic for it one time.
The New World Order. What happened to the phones?
What do you mean?
I saw Sarko on the line. I was going to grab him.
I don't know. I was just talking to Sarko a minute ago.
How's he doing?
Sarko's, he's having a little bit of a rough patch. So I told him we're always here for him if he needs anything. I was hoping he was going to hang on hold, but he was at work. So
I'm sorry,
he's
bro.
working.
He said he'd call back in at 9:30.
Okay.
Is what he told me initially.
I saw him on hold. I saw a guy named Rick on hold, and I thought it was our boss.
I don't think Rick would be. He's got the hotline number,
He
Joe.
would just call me.
And I also believe it was a salmon take. So.
Oh, a salmon take?
It was a salmon take.
All right. I want to try salmon. I don't want to waste salmon. That makes sense?
Okay. All right. I respect that.
Like, what if you, just cut me a piece?
The Kit Kat bar.
Yeah. Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
Now, should I get it? How should I grill it? Should I get it wood-fired?
Oh, now you're getting fancy, Joe. Just grill that bad boy up. A little honey, a little butter, a little lemon.
Honey?
Oh, yeah. Well, let it sit, and put it in like a bag overnight with some honey, some seasoning, whatever you want. Lemon.
I like salmon a lot, Joe. I think you would ultimately be in on salmon.
Why do people like it with salad?
Joe, why do people like chicken with salad? Why do people like a steak tip salad? Why not? Salad, Street Team Joe takes the headphones off.
Sports up.
Why does he make me laugh all the time?
He's good. He's certainly good.
He's just like he is a fun-loving guy.
We learn a lot about him. On a night.
Last night.
Soccer
remember?
keeper in Italy.
Damn, I wish I talked to Matt Turner about
He
this.
had a Drake tattoo.
The Drake tattoo came out of nowhere.
Yeah, we didn't really get an origin story either. He kind of just said he had it. We don't really know the reasoning.
Do you have a tattoo?
Zero tattoos. Maybe in New Orleans I'll get one. Who knows?
I have a tattoo.
I've had a tattoo drawn and designed for me before, but I never got it. I just didn't pull the trigger. But I had it drawn and designed, but I didn't do it.
I got one in Canada when I was 16. You know the story. Barbed
great
wire,
time.
Barbed wire was
You and Pam. You and Pam, kindred spirits.
It's a great time back then. You know what was out back then, too? We went to Montreal. They had this this chicken sandwich, but it was a Cajun chicken sandwich from McDonald's.
Okay, in on that.
It was kind of like the regular chicken sandwich that they have, but with like a Cajun bread.
A little heat.
Dude, it was fantastic. Talk about things that aren't out anymore that you would want back. The Cajun sandwich from McDonald's.
Bring it back.
Joe, look that up. Cajun sandwich, McDonald's. John's in the car. John.
Hey, Joey Moore. How we doing tonight?
How you doing?
Great, Joe. So I'm not sure if you've seen this, but there's a place in Mass that's doing a pizza, but it's a North Shore beef on a pizza.
Yep.
Have you ever experienced this?
So, to be honest with you, I don't know if I would love a North Shore beef on a pizza, but I would eat it.
Yep, sure.
It's basically just pizza with James River barbecue sauce and beef, and probably some mayo.
Yeah, you're not wrong at that, but it sounds like a wet pizza.
I can get it for you right now because Bird sent it to me recently.
It sounds like it would be extremely wet and extremely heavy.
Okay, I got it right here.
Yep.
All right. Yep. The three-way pizza. I see it right now. I don't like the mayo that's all circled around it, though.
Well, I'd probably do it without the mayo. I'm not really a mayo with pizza guy. seems like it wouldn't really mix well.
Now, would you want it on a Greek pizza, or like how would you want it?
Well, see, these are the questions and why I call in, Joe, because, I haven't even really thought about the style. Normally, I'm more of like a Neapolitan.
Neapolitano. Yeah.
That's normally my kind of style. But with a beef, I feel like you need a lot of thickness to hold in that beef. You know what I mean?
I think the Greek would be better than a Sicilian, because Sicilian has a little sweetness to it.
Oh.
Like where you from, John? Where you live?
In Middleborough, Joe.
Okay, Middleborough. All right. So what's out there, Skaz?
You ever had Stoney's pizza?
Stoney's pizza?
Oh, Stoney's is right down the way. But you know what is even better there, Skaz, is the Central Cafe.
Central Cafe is good.
Great spot for a bar pie. It just got actually reviewed by Portnoy.
Oh.
Was that this summer or last summer, Skaz?
I don't know, but when I lived in the area, I was a big Stoney's and Buddy's guy. I didn't really get the pizza at Buddy's, but Stoney's had very good pizza.
Does Lorenzo's have pizza or just subs?
Oh, they do a lot of Italian kind of dishes and sort of like the cater. That's a meal for like a 75-year-old.
Oh, dude, I love Lorenzo's.
Guy.
There used to be a Tutto Italiano there back in the day too.
Yeah, I would go there if I'm getting like a tray of meatballs and that kind of thing, but
But all right. So listen, you live on the South Shore. I'm from Boston and I live on the North Shore. The beef thing is something that, although I can identify a beef blindfolded,
which I have heard of, like the smell test, Joe.
I got a sniffer, John, like you can't believe.
Joe, that is the quote of the century right there.
Yeah. I got a big sniffer.
Joe, you know what? I am picking up exactly what you're putting down.
Yeah, but I would go Greek pizza with a little bit of shredded beef on top with a little bit of James River barbecue. But what if I put the beef on top and dipped it in the barbecue?
See, that's where my mind is going. Is can you give me the barbecue on the side so I can do a little dipping action?
I'm a dipper.
I feel like there's not enough people that are willing to dip these days, Joe.
Yeah. Thanks, John. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, Joe. Thanks.
Some people call me the beef cowboy, yeah. Some call me the gangster love. I got a sniffer, John, like you can't believe. You ever heard Maz's cackle?
Yeah, he lets it out every once in a while.
It's always like,
It's usually one of his own jokes, but he lets it out every once in a while.
Because I'm a sniffer, I'm a dipper, I'm a lover, and I'm a dipper. Give me the food I love. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker. I got a sniffer, John, like you can't believe.
Oh, there's some similarities to the fart almost at the end there. Almost the same cadence.
He was belly laughing. I got musings about something I did today. I think I injured myself. And I'm curious if it's ever happened to people. We did sports, right? With Steph Curry not playing, Porzingis question.
Sports?
So the guy today all right, well, I'll do it on the other side. Joe Murray, 98 found the Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
For the best deal on any name brand tire, get to Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest price and the most free services, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And you know, I mean nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Meet MMA legend John Jones at the Brook Casino Saturday, February 28th at 6 p.m. General meet and greet with a photo starts at $90. Or level up with super fan VIP packages, including autographed memorabilia. The Brook, exit 1 off I-95 in New Hampshire. Purchase tickets at livefreeandplay.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Hey, it's Maz for Window Nation. If your heat seems to be running a lot more than it should, well, you might be surprised to learn it's because the insulation in your windows stinks. When that happens, your heat leaks out, the cold gets in. Pretty simple formula. So talk to the pros at Window Nation. Get new windows with big savings during Window Nation's Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. Act now. You'll also get an extra 10% off. So schedule a quote now at windownation.com.
Imperial Cars President's Day month-long clearance event is going on now. Over $10 million in total discounts. 2,000 vehicles discounted up to $15,000 off MSRP. Looking to upgrade, trade in, or get behind the wheel for less? Now's the time. But don't wait. When they're gone, they're gone. Visit ImperialCars.com today.
Hi, I'm Jim Burns, sales manager from AAA Work Trucks, your local truck upfitter in Billerica. We all know your truck setup is critical to your success on the job, so choose AAA Work Trucks to upfit your vehicle. We sell and install virtually everything your commercial truck needs, from van shelving to ladder racks, lift gates, toolboxes, power inverters, and much more. Call 866-783-6222 and we'll come up with a solution that works best for you. Visit us at AAAWorkTrucks.com. That's AAAWorkTrucks.com.
Drink and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill. The Sylvan Street Grill Thursday night Bruins ticket giveaways are back, courtesy of Coors Light, the official beer of the Boston Bruins. Every Thursday at the Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody, enjoy great food, drinks, and a chance to win tickets to the Bruins. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Giveaways may discontinue at any time. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Sex, intimacy, love. These three
Sports Hub.
To grab me a Tylenol.
Oh. Got a headache?
Yeah, who knows? Lack of sleep, not enough water. I'm a pretty regular headache guy. Used to get migraines as a child, though. Talk about amusing. Those would knock me out.
Migraines? Like
I got bad migraines as a child,
okay.
yeah.
So, I'm being serious. Do you ever get brain freeze?
Not in my adult life, really.
Well, I mean, I eat so fast, I get brain freeze often, dude. But I've only had a headache maybe once like that. Like real life headache like that. But I think it was because I was taking blood pressure medication, and it was might have had a little bit of a miscommunication with the old body. But I've never had an issue on that. But migraines, dude, I don't mess with those, man. What can you do? You just got to sleep?
Yeah, dark room, cold face cloth, like that kind of thing.
Like nobody can bother you.
Ice on the neck or something.
And I will say, like, when people tell you, like, they're in that type of situation, even like toothaches.
Oh, toothaches are the worst.
You're alone with your brain, dude.
Earache too. You get a bad earache.
Oh, any nerve, anything.
Put a little garlic in the ear. That always helps. Not kidding. When you crush a little garlic.
Like garlic cloves, or
you take a garlic clove, crush it, press it, you get the little tiny little juice out of it or whatever. Drop that in your ear. It sounds crazy. It sounds wild.
I'll do it.
I've had earaches. That has worked every single time. Well, like almost instantly too. I'm not a kook, but that is something I believe in.
All right. So, Street Team Joe, have you ever had? By the way, I got to mention something real quick before I ask the question. I have been dealing with plantar fascia. It's better. It's better. Like when I tell you, like I have zero pain, but I think the shoes that I wear sometimes bother me. So I think that. So I went one shoe on, one shoe off. And for those that don't know, Skaz and I are on the same bathroom schedule.
About 9 o'clock every night, right around.
We both just, and thank God you're here, Joe, because nobody else would be here.
If we got locked out, what would happen?
If we got locked out, it'd be you.
And put him on the air.
Oh, yeah.
Top 5 list until.
Yeah.
Me by myself would be.
What would you do?
I think I would immediately just start talking food and see where the night went.
Food or sports?
No, food. We would just see where the night went. I would review that. Jake showed me that great steak and cheese from Al's.
Yep.
And I think I would start steak and cheese and just expand.
Do you know what happened today? So I don't know if
Oh, Jake told me.
You.
Yeah.
He walked in the room and goes, "Dude, I got to show you something." And I just went, "Big Al's," and he goes, "How the hell did you know?"
His head near exploded when he came back here.
I go, I don't know.
You and Jake do have that kind of. You and Street Team Joe have it as well. It's almost like the telepathic relationship.
Where did that come in my brain?
Want to know what's funny is Jake didn't even tell me about Big Al's. I showed him a video of Big Al's. I'm like, have you had this in Bill
So then
Ricca?
you showed him, and then
I showed him a video
and
of Big Al's, and that's how the conversation started.
Well, Big Al's, I guess, is in Bill Ricca, and I don't know if we've been talking about steak and cheeses or what. But anyways, I was told that it's like the creme de la creme.
It's all over our algorithms, I think.
And I think Jake has some when he gets home.
He does. But I think he said he was going to wait until morning to
How do you
heat it
feel
up.
about a 1 a.m. steak and cheese?
Well, it depends on your schedule, Like if you're working the overnight shift, that's fine.
So you know how I like room temperature?
Yes.
I think I'd heat that one up.
Steak and cheese, heat it up.
In what appliance?
You know what? I might bite it first. Like give it a college try, like
a little taste.
And if I'm like, maybe I'll keep it going. If I'm like, I gotta heat this up, I would heat it up, Joe, in the microwave.
You would not heat up a steak and cheese in the microwave, would you?
Where else am I gonna heat it up?
Toaster oven.
Oh, well, I have an air fryer.
Well, anything's better than a microwave leftover steak and cheese.
Yes, he said it. You got pissed about that. People are saying they never heard the garlic in the air thing.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from or how that even came into my purview, but it's. I've only had a couple earaches, but it has worked every time.
To finish off that story about my plantar fascia.
Yes.
Skaz and I are on the same bathroom schedule, and we both walked down the hall together. used the restroom together, and we were walking back down the hall together. And I said, man, I'm walking really well without a shoe on. I think it's my shoes. And he goes, I didn't even know you had one shoe on.
Didn't even notice.
So I don't think Skaz notices feet in dreams or in real life.
I'm not a foot guy, you know? What can I say?
Which could confirm my theory.
Just not looking.
I'm still this foot in the dream thing. I'm gonna have to do some more extensive research on it.
Just can you do me a favor? Can you Google, do you see feet in dreams? Just tell me what AI says. I'm kind of curious. But yes, my plant of fashion is very good, everybody.
Seeing feet in dreams is common and often symbolizes stability in your path in life.
So I don't see feet, so therefore I have no path. I have no stability, which is pretty accurate.
Seeing bare feet can represent a need to feel more grounded or desire break free from constraints.
That's Matt Collins.
Dreaming of your own feet may sometimes reflect feelings of being insecure in your position or a sign of distress.
No. What about no feet?
Let's see. Not seeing feet in dreams generally symbolizes a loss of foundation, stability, or feeling held back in walking life, often indicating a lack of direction or inability to move forward. You're screwed, Joe, is what this is saying.
Can you highlight that and throw it in Slack?
Sure, yeah. Can I give you a musing I have?
Sure, please.
Something that's, this may be something only social media users have to deal with, but this is something I see more and more frequently on Twitter and the other apps. And that is vague posting. This is something that drives me insane. You'll see someone post a still picture or a scene from a movie or an article or something like that, and they'll say, can't believe I never noticed this the first time. Or, oh, this isn't what I expected, or something like that. And they will just not tell
you. Don't know what it is.
Yeah, they won't say, oh, I can't believe I didn't notice this the first time. And it's just like a plain image, and you click on the tweet, and it's everyone underneath the tweet saying, what are you talking about?
Okay. So on TikTok,
yes,
they'll be like, watch the person's left arm. They'll open up, they'll be at like a liquor store, right?
Okay.
They'll open the door, and I'm watching the left arm, and I'm like, what am I looking for? You're right. I've seen it. I know what you're talking about, and I have seen it on Twitter. Like,
I'm out on vague posting. Tell me what you're looking at. What are we talking about?
Don't be vague.
Yes.
Out on being vague.
Out.
Joe, I have a decent explanation that might be more positive for why you don't see feet in your dreams.
Well, here's the negative first. Not seeing feet in dreams generally symbolizes a loss of foundation, a loss of stability, or you're feeling held back in waking life, often indicating a lack of direction or inability to move forward. This imaginary frequently represents a disconnection from your path, feelings of being stuck, or a lack of personal initiative. Well, that's not all me, but some of that is me. Is that like a horoscope?
I don't see that.
Wait, is it
Joe?
a horoscope? Horoscope?
You seem like a man who's pretty well on his path to me.
I'm trying, Joe.
But the explanation here from AI is,
please tell me AI.
in daily life, your feet are rarely in direct line of sight unless you're intentionally looking down. Dreams are primarily built from your waking memories and perceptions. Since your brain spends 90% of its day focused on hands, faces, and the world at eye level, those details of the feet and ankle areas will often not be seen. Your feet are essentially in your brain's low resolution folder and will not accurately represent them.
So my feet don't really matter to me. Hence why I have plantar fascia.
So is that like the bottom of your feet are really hurting?
My heel, dude, it stretches. And I thought I blew my Achilles tendon, but nope.
What's up?
Just out of shape. Speaking of being out of shape. All right, guys, I did this today, dude, and I thought it would go away, so I'm hoping when I go to bed tonight, it will go away, but it probably won't. Have you guys ever done something like, you ever hurt yourself while like sneezing? I was in the car. I'm on my way in. I sneezed, And I went, oh, like right here, right here, everybody. Is it possible that I upset a rib by sneezing? Now, have I sneezed before? My back completely cracked before? Yes. So, has this ever happened to you guys where you sneeze and you hurt yourself?
I have I'll let guys go first.
Oh, boy. Now I don't even know if I want to. I've never sneezed and hurt myself. I am a gentleman who's had back issues, unfortunately, throughout my life. Had some, compressions in my back, a little fracture at one point. So I have done minor things and tweaked my back, but I can't say a sneeze has done that.
Like
to
you
me.
never went, "Hachoo!" Oh!
No, it's usually like even worse. It's like picking up something off the ground or like something like that that'll usually get me.
Oh, you know what's funny too? If you hurt your back like that and you tweak it, you like stop and pause, right?
Yeah, and you're like,
and you try to like maneuver your back to like get back into the place.
Not
where it
good.
was. I know that feeling. Joe, you ever sneeze and hurt yourself?
So I've never sneezed and hurt myself. My best friend says the most interesting fact about me is, well, have you guys ever been, to a wake or a funeral? You know what it smells like? And when you're in a wake, it smells like flowers, kind of like dead flowers.
It smells like death.
It smells like death.
Yeah.
When I sneeze, it has that exact smell. And people around me have also said they can smell it when I sneeze. It smells like a funeral home. So I'm a little concerned I have death within me.
I mean, we all do, Joe. I mean, we all have death within us.
But the smell is uncanny where people around me agree that it smells like death.
So when you sneeze, you give off
a funeral home vibe.
Like you give off smell.
Yeah, it's like a smell. It's a smelly sneeze.
A smelly sneeze. He's got smelly
But it's not
sneezes.
like a bad. I guess it's a bad smell, but it's not like, oh man, that kid's not brushing his teeth. It's, oh, that kid has been to a wake recently or a funeral.
So me sneezing and like my rib hurts.
Would you rather
would
that?
It be here or it's more here? Like that cramp you get when you run.
Oh yeah.
Is that rib or is that what is that?
It's almost like under. It's like underneath almost, like under the rib.
But and listen, pain. It's like a 3 out of 10. So that's not bad, right? I'm just wondering if it's going to get worse. What if I have to sneeze again? Like, what if I have to do it?
Joe,
what if I have to do it number 2?
You're a man. I'm a man that's had hernias before.
I got it. Slight halenal. Oh, it could be.
You ever sneezed with the hernia?
That could be it.
That'll get you.
I have a hiatal hernia that moves around.
Yes. Oh, no. I've seen, I'll say it, my father had quite a few hernias and got them, fixed, replaced all at once. And he sneezed one time and
popped it out?
Blew it right out.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Okay.
Yep,
so
stitches and everything.
So we're men.
We're men. Manly men.
I have a hernia. It's small, but it's in my, near my esophagus, let's call it.
Gotcha.
But it moves. It can,
Oh, yeah.
So usually stress or eating really, really bad. Like when I was 75 pounds heavier, it was a problem. But I've had other friends who have hernias. And let's just say that those hernias are near your twig and two berries. Can I say that?
Yeah, absolutely. Your penis.
Yes. But I had a buddy once who's like, dude, I don't know what's going on. I was like, you want me to look at it? Because I don't want to look at it.
No.
But I wanted to look at it.
You did.
And I go, dude, you need someone to push that bad boy back in. And he goes, are you serious? Will you do it? I go, no, dude. You gotta go see a doctor.
So you would look but not touch.
So my buddy wanted me to push it back in.
I mean, if you're a good friend, Joe.
I don't think I could do that. It's not about the balls. It's about the... What if
you screw it up?
What if I do damage?
Yes, yeah. I think that's fair. You don't want to be liable for that.
But dude, that kind of hernia that you're talking about, do you know they call it a sports hernia?
Yes.
Tom Brady played the entire season with one.
Oh yeah.
And I think they lost.
I believe that is correct.
Or whatever. But that kind of hernia, dude, I don't want stones.
Oh no.
I don't want it. I don't want anything near there.
How long has this hurting been going on for?
Well, I sneezed this afternoon at 2:45. It's a 3 out of 10. It only hurts when I laugh and sneeze. I haven't pooped yet, so.
Did you ever break a rib playing football?
Yeah, I did a swim move once on this dude, and he whacked me.
How painful was it?
It's very painful.
Could you not like laugh or eat anything? Like
Poop.
Oh,
Poop.
Pooping was the worst part.
Because the only way you can poop if it just smooths right out. Sometimes, you got to force one a little bit every once in a while.
You don't want to be forcing them.
We can't be forcing.
Like that fart. That was a little forced, I think, the other night.
Yeah. People in our chat, Wowscast. Wowscast. I don't know what that was all about. Well, as my dad would say, this is the gift of aging. Joe, you should get that checked out. Ortho Joe.
Ortho Joe.
Joe, welcome to Over 40. Thank you. Do you think there should be a podcast of just ailments?
I would imagine that exists in some form or fashion. There's a podcast for everything nowadays.
Someone just mentioned what I wanted to bring up, but I've already passed this. But today is Ash Wednesday.
That's right. Fat Tuesday was yesterday.
It's the first day of Lent. Normally, we're not supposed to eat meat anymore. I've already
too late for that.
See you later for that. But Joe, are you excited about the Lent special fish sandwiches? And I was a practicing Catholic.
I know one guy who is.
Oh, Zoe, right?
Yes.
He loves the fish fillet ole. Do you remember that commercial?
Oh, yeah.
Give me that fillet of fish. Give me that fish. What? Give me that fillet of fish. Was there a jingle, too?
There had to have been some kind of...
Give me that fillet of fish. Give me that fish. All right, Joe, what are you giving up
what
for?
What if it were you stuck up on this wall?
Oh, yeah.
If it were you in that sandwich, you wouldn't be laughing at all.
Of course he remembers it.
You remember, but you were late. Because we were you. What if it was you up on that wall? If you're looking at me, you wouldn't be laughing at all, right? Is that the beat, basically?
Yeah, that's the beat. If it were you in that sandwich, you wouldn't be laughing at all.
There we
He
go.
was waiting on that one. He had that in the holster.
Dude.
He was holding on to that.
We were talking. You all of a sudden you
started freestyling. I thought I wasn't sure what it was.
Ow. It's got to be the laughing for the last couple of nights. I'm telling you, guys. I forgive you if you're listening for sports. Come on. What are we talking about? Bobsleds.
Come on.
Like, watch. Look at these people skiing right now. You can't do this. I know you probably like it, but come on. You're going to dream about this? Now we should type in, I want to watch Olympics because I can't do it in my dreams. Like, what's going to pop up on that one now? Would you rather talk about ailments or this?
You're going to talk about Alabama, Arkansas, Joe. 105, 7 seconds left. That's a hell of a college basketball game.
What was the total on that one?
185, I think.
All right.
Yeah, Alabama, Arkansas.
All right, guys. So if you were to give up one thing for 40 days now, from now until Easter, does it
have to be something I actually use or partake in, or can I just give up something that I don't use at all?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want it to be meaningful, like the body of Christ, that's what they would teach you. Well, actually, what happened? He is.
You're the expert, Joe.
The ashes are from Palm Sunday, and then Good Friday. Yep. Okay, gotcha now. Okay, Palm Sunday is the ashes. For real, if you could give up one thing for the next 40 days, what would it be?
If I had to give up,
could you give up a Zyn for 40 days?
I probably should, but no.
Like, could I give up?
I'd probably start drinking again.
Could I give up Celsius for 40 days?
You'd probably get some headaches, Joe.
Joe, could you give up a steak of cheese for 40 days?
Yes, I would say the biggest obstacle for me would be giving up Chipotle for 40 days because I have that a lot.
Is there anything outside of food?
Video games would be hard. Skaz and I would not be. We'd be in trouble.
Yeah, my mental health would take a shot.
We would be in trouble if marijuana is a good one.
That's a plant, you know.
That's allowed.
If you gave up
the burning bush,
if
you
you
know,
gave up marijuana for 40 days,
you'd be dreaming.
you would be dreaming. But
That's why you can't dream, Skaz.
Yeah, I know.
no. But do you think you'd pass a drug test?
40 days? I don't know.
'Cause
Depends how much water you're drinking.
And
I
just
think.
so you know, like people listening,
Shave your head.
With the problem with marijuana, it sticks to your cells or your fat cells or whatever. So it's like the worst drug to actually do because you can't get you can't get a clean test. I guess is where I'm going with it.
How long does it take to get out of your? I mean, you played football. Is that
I know larger men that have been over 90 days.
90?
My buddy had a roommate. My buddy went to jail. He had a roommate who had to pass a drug test. He was in jail, so he couldn't do anything. And they had to get a sample, and they were tracking the days. It took him 91 days to pass a drug test. He was 400 pounds.
Well,
he lost weight in jail, too. Well, that was informative.
I think we learned a lot.
Skaz, I didn't know you were a man of culture.
Of course. 105, headed to overtime, Joe.
Oh.
Where's Edward Sharp and the Magnetic
Alabama
Zeros?
versus Arkansas.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's what I'm saying. Edward Sharp and the Magnetic Zeros.
So Alabama is now a basketball school.
I mean, maybe both. I think still both, but yeah. Is that Nate Oates down there? Is he still at Alabama? Is it Nate Oates?
Yes. Oh, I was going to talk about something good.
You want my Drake Owl story?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah. Sure.
Why do you have a Drake tattoo?
Why not? Sure.
All right. As all good stories are, it was because of a girl. But in Italy, one night, I was inebriated, and a girl wanted to go get tattoos, and we went to a tattoo parlor, and we were thinking of what we should get. And in the tattoo parlor, a Drake song comes on. I believe it's called One Dance. Like, I need a one dance.
I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. I got powers taking a hold of me. I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. Yep, go ahead.
So I heard that's... You nailed that, actually.
You know it, that's why.
I heard that song. I was like, oh, that's Drake. I'm going to get an OVO tattoo. So I got an OVO tattoo. She got a little kitten.
So you have a tattoo after Drake, and I have a tattoo after Pamela Anderson.
Yes. And every time I'm at the beach and I take my shirt off, people just make fun of me.
Me too.
They're like, oh, what's your favorite Drake song?
I own it, though. Like, people are like, Joe, what's that on your arm? And I go...
Wait, I've never seen this tattoo.
Yeah.
Pamela.
Pamela. This was before Pamela.
Pamela.
What age were you?
This was, so it was my 1998, Montreal, Canada, Lord Berry Hotel, outside the Dome, in the Chez Paris Lounge, near the, St. Catherine Street.
And what caused you to get it?
We were inebriated. I was crapping on all my friends for getting tattoos. Like, you guys are idiots. Like, you guys are stupid. And I got one. I was like crapping all over them, and all of a sudden I got one. By the way, don't drink and get a tattoo at the same time. You bleed. Because your blood is thin.
Oh. Well,
I thought it looked cool in 1998.
Now I need to see it. Can the YouTube see it?
I don't know if my...
It's got long sleeves on.
Long sleeves. I'm not taking this off tonight, Joe.
Give me back that filet-o-fish. Give me that fish. Give me back that filet-o-fish. Give me that fish. What if it were you hanging up on this wall? If it were you in that sandwich, you wouldn't be laughing at all.
Right now, you can enjoy 2 tasty filet.
2 fillets for what? I'm sorry. What was it? 2 tasty
fish sandwiches for just $3.33.
Wow!
Oh, what a time to be. That was 10 years ago.
Wow!
And talk about Street Team Joe being on the nose with the song. I remembered that.
What if it was you hanging up on this wall? If it was you in that sandwich, you wouldn't be laughing at all.
Little Monster Mash in there almost.
I think, Joe, you could be the spokesperson with that jingle.
Didn't Tony Soprano kick the crap out of that fish once?
The Billy the Bass there, right? Yeah. Billy Bass. Tough go for him.
Ow.
Oh, God.
That's why this is why I'm hurting. I'm hurting because I've been laughing for 2 straight nights about farts and fish. Please save that one.
Farts and fish, only on the Joe Murray Show. Talk about a deadly combo.
I'm still intrigued by the fart tracking underwear that we have to.
I know, dude. Now I need to know.
Sarko's called.
Oh God, we gotta go to break, dude. I'm sorry, everybody. Give me that filet of fish. Can we get it one more time going in the break? I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Home.
Give me back that filet of fish. Give me that fish. Give me back that filet of fish. Give me that fish. What if it were you hanging up on this wall? If it were you in that sandwich, you wouldn't be laughing at all.
Right now,
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. More Joe Murray.
right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. We have plenty of content out there, everybody. I just posted to I'm Joe Murray on Instagram our latest social post led by Joe Ariano, Italian goaltender.
Has a Drake tattoo.
Drake May tattoo wearer.
Drake Graham. Aubrey Graham, not Drake May.
Oh,
not Drake May. Aubrey Graham.
Wrong one. Sorry.
Yes, the other Drake.
Sorry, Drakes. That one's posted. And the question asked was, what Olympic sport would you add? And I'm going to tell you that the order that it went in, I wasn't expecting all the three.
What did you say, Joe?
Well, you have to go over there and watch, yes.
That's a big market tease.
Don't want me to tell you, though?
I do want to know.
Snowball fighting.
You want a snowball fight?
I think nation versus nation snowballs.
What's the numbers? How many people? Like dodgeball, 5-a-side?
Yeah. Well, it depends on the area.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, like, you ever see Elf?
Oh, yeah.
You know, when he goes, they have the snowball fight and they're nailing him, and then he just comes up with like 720 snowballs rolled up, ready to go, and he fires them. I want that kind of snowball thrower. You know?
You sending, like, I'm trying to think, like Garrett Crochet out there?
Well, and would he be good for Team USA? He's big.
Tim Lincecum? You need a smaller guy?
When you're snowball throwing, is it like an outfield throw, or is it more like a catcher? Like this.
Oh, like you want someone with a good pop time.
Because sometimes you might
need the captain out there.
You might need the release.
A shortstop maybe for the transfer.
Because when I played ball growing up, we never caught the ball in our gloves. We just caught it off the side and for the quick transfer. You know.
That was old dude Barry Larkin there.
That's right. That's what we learned. I was a first baseman though, so I used to catch it with the actual glove. Put it in there. But you said like real stuff, like
3-on-3 hockey. They do the 3-on-3 basketball in the summer. Why not the 3-on-3 hockky?
Yep. And then Street Team Joe just goes bowling. Shout out to my dad, candlepin champion.
He wants candlepin bowling in the Olympics.
But what about? Okay, let's have fun with it.
I'm sending P. Weber out there.
It's the Winter Olympics.
Who do you think you are? I am.
I'm talking Skaz. Outside, make a snow.
You want snow lanes?
I want snow lanes. You know, you'd probably. So would the bigger ball be better with the snow lanes or the small ball? And are there gutter balls in the snow?
Yes. Are you a good bowler, Joe? I feel like you are a good bowler.
Was maybe once in my life. I used to go down to Ron's in Hyde Park.
Skaz, are you a good bowler?
No. I mean, I'm good enough that I'm not going to like embarrass myself, but I'm not a good bowler. Like mid hundreds.
If I set up a night for all of us to go to Kings,
I think I would dominate.
You are a confident kid.
My dad was a professional bowler.
So is it the blood?
That's in the. No, I mean
Wayne Gretzky's kids got blood in there too. I mean, you know.
It depends. Are we candlepin bowling or are we using the big balls?
I don't know. It'd have to be big ball because we'd probably be going out in style. Unless we go to Boston, we go to Boston Bowl in Dorchester.
Is that like a good underground?
It's definitely a slam beers kind of place.
Slam beer. Okay, that could be a fun time too.
But Kings, big ball.
They got good food.
Great food. I got a guy. I know a guy.
My first street team event was at Kings, and you were there.
That's right.
With Bird.
That's right.
And I couldn't set up the 98.5 background, and the guy was pissed at me. I think it was Pat. Pat didn't like it.
Pat Kellner?
Yeah, I couldn't successfully set up the background.
I love you, Pat. I know you're listening. He's always nervous. Don't be nervous. You handled it, right?
Not really, but
was everything fine?
Everything was fine. Yeah, everything was fine. You did great. I don't think you needed a 98.5 background. People knew who you were.
I've gone to events where people are upset, and I come in and say hi to them. We smile, and then everyone forgets it. Zoe's got that power, too. He just comes in and just...
The fixer.
You ordered a bunch of food, too, for everyone. It was like, what do you want to go home? We all got meals going home.
Joe, this is what I do. I'm probably going home with food from you tonight. You do it, too. All right, Sarko's been holding. Sarko! Uh-oh.
What am I looking at here?
Sarko, we lost Sarko, dude. Well, Paul has a real Celtics thought.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up with you?
Yeah, nothing much. Having a good night. Listen, I just want to get on here and say that trading Anthony Simons might have been the worst decision this franchise has ever made. I'll tell you what, Luka Garza's got bricks for freaking feet on defense.
You think this guy's just going to go if we let him go? Like, this is obviously some pre-taped, like he wrote this down or something.
He's probably on TikTok. Recording.
Yeah, he's trying to get clicks or something. Let's see.
No.
Oh, there he is.
No.
No? Wow. So why is it the worst decision the Boston Celtics have ever made as a franchise to trade Anthony Simons?
It might not be the worst, but I just feel like Luka Garza just can't.
Luka Garza has nothing to do with Anthony Simons, so you got to. They're not the same.
Yeah,
player.
but Anthony Simons taking up a spot in the roster, though.
Yeah.
They still have roster spots available.
I don't think Luka Garza will be playing as much as he has been if Anthony Simons wasn't.
Did
still
you
on the
play
team.
college basketball and Luka Garza schooled you?
No.
Did you know that he was Player of the Year in college?
Player of the Year?
Did you know that he's a big man and Anthony Simons is a guard and they don't play the same position?
No, I know that, but I just don't think that Luka Garza is that great. I think he's taking up time that Anthony Simons would be having with the 5-man.
So they would sub out the power forward or center, Luka Garza, for the offensive shooting guard there. That went well.
That was going somewhere, though.
Was it, Joe?
Well, it's not that it was going somewhere. It was going nowhere.
You start your call with trading Anthony Simons is the worst decision in the history of the Boston Celtics. It's hard for me to stay tuned for the rest of the call. I think we call that hyperbole, I believe is the phrase for that.
All right, dude, listen to these tweets that I got.
Please.
Joey Murr, speaking of McDonald's, hot take for you. Kawhi Leonard is the McRib of the NBA. Elite, but rarely available.
All right, I co-sign that. New nickname for Kawhi, the McRib.
The McRib. Stop making me laugh. Oh, this one's great. This is DJ Andrew.
Okay.
Smoking a blunt and listening to Joey Murr. And I can't help but think this guy is baked too.
Not yet. Give it about an hour. When I get home. And certainly will be.
Oh, every time I laugh, I feel like I'm Santa. You
kind of sound like Santa.
I sneezed, man, and I hurt myself. I'm getting old, dude. Hey, question. Have you ever hurt yourself passing gas?
No.
I haven't either. Maybe a hemorrhoid? All right, Skaz. What do we have in the rundown for tonight? What do we have tomorrow?
We have the Celtics. Celtics Warriors.
Right.
Kristaps Porzingis against your Boston Celtics.
Okay. We got Zach Core.
Yes, we have USA Canada gold medal game tomorrow. 1 o'clock.
Wait, women's.
Women's. USA Canada gold medal game. 1 o'clock.
Okay, I'll give you something to do during the
Absolutely.
day. What else do we? Oh, okay. We only have 3 minutes to do this. Did you see the Red Sox fiasco today with their jerseys?
Yeah, did you see them ball wash Fanatics in their statement too afterwards? Oh, we don't want to upset Michael Rubin and his precious Fanatics. Whatever scam that guy's running.
Oh, Skaz.
What?
You went after Fanatics, not the Red Sox?
I think, the Red Sox pathetic backpedaling, trying to take the blame off Fanatics is
full transparency.
Pathetic.
I've been out the door since 2 o'clock today. I got here at 6 o'clock and did a show. I did nothing in between. I don't really know what's going on. Okay. So I saw one statement that said, as part of Major League Baseball's return. Oh, no, we can't get it in.
No, we get it in, Joe. You got time. Don't worry, Ness and Joe.
We felt we could be cleaner on the spacing between the lettering and the piping in collaboration with MLB and Fanatics. The next one says, We felt we should be more spacing between the lettering and piping in collaboration with LB and Fanatics. We're adjusting the home whites to achieve this separation. The updated jerseys will be ready on opening day. We're grateful for our partners.
And Fanatics yelled at us, so we had to walk back our statement. And Michael Rubin, that guy sucks. Ruining jerseys. He took over Diddy's white party, though, so good for him.
I almost just said that.
Yeah, good for him.
Parties.
Yep.
All right. Well, Sarko's back. What happened? We went to him. He was gone.
Yeah, I guess he's back.
Sarko!
But either way.
Yo.
You're there, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, listen. The whole thing is that you guys were talking about iguana, and the question was, who eats iguana? And the thing is, I actually eat iguana.
Thank you.
So seriously, I want you guys to ask me any question you want about iguana.
Tomorrow night. We got to go. Sorry, the sports was brought to you by... Ow! Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Go to get an oilchange.com. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow night.